Got dirty money, backstabbers too. Lord, it ain't funny what they will do to you. Cold-blooded business, cold-blooded business all around me. Cold-blooded business, Lord, it just won't let me be. Take a pound of flesh, the shirt off your back. Man, once it's gone, it ain't never coming back. Cold-blooded business, cold-blooded business all around me. Well, that's cold-blooded business. Lord, it just won't let me be. Sawdust on the floor. Got Jesus on the main line. I called him on the phone. Said, Lord, help me, Jesus. This blues won't leave me alone. Cold-blooded business, cold-blooded business all around me. Just won't let me be. Well, that's cold-blooded business. Lord, it just won't let me be.
Start my journey to to spend some time with you. We'll be traveling in small boats through the mangrove tunnels soon. I'm really looking forward to circle the lake with you underneath the boulevard to the Gulf of Mexico. Mexico. Dukes of Hazzard underneath the Flagler Bridge, on down the Calkey Channel, trying not to scratch my head. But dang it, drink it, 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 dang it, drink it. Sunset to follow out on that sandbar. This crazy thing he drinking, it sure will take you far. Dang it, drink it, 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 dang it, dang it, drink it.
Welcome to Island Moon Live on YouTube. Thanks to everybody who's watching. We're going to get the mics and everything set up, and we'll be on the radio in no time. Tell you what, if you guys want to jump up and get a quick little practice sharing the mics or grab the headphones, you probably won't need them. We've got the monitor on as well. But let me make sure we can hear everybody. And if you're going to grab the mics, just grab the stand. It'll ground out if you hit the top and just so yeah. But yeah.
And you have to get really close.
Yes. There's side address mics, so you just see the little logo, just tuck right into the side right there.
We have to have it turned down, otherwise you'll hear nothing but seagulls going and crackles.
Sounds like they're standing on your shoulder. All right. The official Flower Bluff Challenge team. So this is back to your second or third championship in a row?
It's our third.
Third in a row. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Six total. Awesome.
Well, you got nothing on the ROTC, I guess.
No, not really.
Yeah. They got a little ways to go. Okay. This is all high-tech.
How are you, Miss Huckabee? Good. And then you'll be back next year, hopefully, right? Maybe. Are you going to be back next year?
What do you teach?
Nothing now.
Next year. I teach still credit classes in high school.
Oh, I thought you retired. You been?
Never have retired.
So you've been to the 46 year, 7?
47 there, 55
That teacher retirement's no good, or just kidding? Good for you. You love what you're doing.
For the longest time, we couldn't count on what retiring. Because the school has to pay.
Yeah, y'all want chairs? Get chairs. I think y'all want. And then Luke, you just have to get real close.
Yeah. Everybody snuggle up for radio.
Yeah.
So if he skipped a year, he may not go back. They may not hire him. So they do everything on 1 year contract.
Okay, we'll run around the table each. I'll just jump in and kind of say hey real quick. I'm gonna make sure I can balance all this out.
Hello.
Go for it. Sound good?
Hey.
Hello.
You got it?
Hello.
Hello. All right.
Hello.
So about the headset.
About 2 minutes out.
What?
You can still talk to me.
Yeah.
I can still
He can't hear us without it.
But she's moving back, she's going to start teaching in St. Augustine. Smartest schools have always been weird. I think that they have a great.
In the meantime, everyone on YouTube land is just,
You're like spellbound.
oh no. They're like sitting there waiting like, come on guys.
Oh no.
So the mics are hot.
We like to
So
hold
don't
them
say
in
anything
suspense.
about your teachers, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if you do, it'd be fun. You're the best teacher I ever had, as far as you know.
Sure. Too bad I'm not in Miss Huckabee class.
I'll have her next year.
It's true.
Excited.
Luke, you're gonna take her? What?
physics too.
Oh,
Good luck.
why?
Are you at Miss Huckabee class?
No.
We took AP.
Somebody's backing up.
Right. It's the Benny Keith truck probably.
Yeah, delivering that fresh fish. Or the fruit truck.
Almost there. Here we go. Weather update, and then we're on.
I used to live right next to Rockland
Sunny.
Small fruit.
Did you see the diving pig?
Oh, yeah.
There's a diving pig.
His name. What was that pig's name?
I never got to partake in that. I never went to the Walnut Bowls place or the Inner Space Caverns
I
either.
used to date one of the mermaids.
Did you?
They breathed out of a little hose.
Nice.
Yeah. They were big. I
Yeah. That area, man.
And welcome aboard to Island Moon Live on News Talk KUYS 1440 AM and 98.7 FM. Also on YouTube on our Island Moon Live channel, where you can watch this live or go back and listen to the episode again. We've got the some special guests. As always, Tyler, the Salty Angler Thorson, joins me, and the KDT Flower Bluff ISD Challenge team, or should I say Challenge Champions. Good morning, y'all. How's it going?
Morning, we're doing great.
Awesome. It's Mason Evans, Dallas Liscano, Luke Schlesinger, Stephen Jin, and Gloria Harris. So good to have you guys, and a few of you are repeat guests here on the show. Tyler interviewed them last year, isn't that right?
Right, we had Mason and we had Gloria, and that was it, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And we had Beth Huckabee. She's the sponsor, counselor, teacher, guide for all the KEDT challenge stuff. So congratulations, sir, for another, 3 times in a row?
Yes, sir.
And you competed against 12 teams, right?
24. It's a
24.
23. It's a 24 team tournament.
All right, who came in second?
Ray. We beat Ray in the finals.
All right, before I know it was, used to be like down there, Rivera had a pretty good team at one point.
Right. We played them last year in the semifinals, I believe. Yeah, they were pretty good.
I remember. That sounds good. So now you're done for the year, or you're that's it. You go no more until next year. And for you, you're graduating, right?
That's correct. Yes. Yeah.
You-
So we do Quiz Bowl around too, different local competitions, Quiz Bowl, to qualify for nationals. And we're looking to get to go to a national competition this year.
You also won a great scholarship. Tell us about that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I recently got the National Merit Scholarship. So I took the PSAT, entered the competition, and then was
One of 15,000, something like that.
right. Yeah, one of 7,000 scholarship recipients from the 1.5 million people that entered the contest.
Well, you sounds like you're pretty smart. So
Outstanding,
where are you going?
I'm going to A&M College Station to study accounting.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
if you need an accountant, this guy, I'm sure, has the smarts to get you out of any kind of thing you might have
That's,
at the
that's
IRS.
the plan. Yes,
I
sir.
know some people that might challenge your skills, but we'll see. Yeah, no, and good luck with that. And then we also have someone else going to UT as well, right?
Mr. Lascano.
Yes, that's right.
All right, excellent. Well, congratulations. What
Welcome.
are you going to be studying?
I'll be doing biology.
Okay, awesome. And so you two are the seniors, and there's a freshman on the team as well, right, Stephen?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're looking forward to competing and for more years now that you've got a year under your belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of the tournament?
I guess just stealing your trophy at the end.
Okay.
Hey, that's it. Everybody likes trophies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was it what you expected, like game wise and question wise?
No, not really.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure you have kind of certain. Is it particular test questions, or more is it like subjects, and then they pick out kind of questions from that, or what kind of study material do you operate with?
To be honest, Mrs. Huckabee just quizzes us over the topics, and we just answer.
I think some of you, I remember from last year, said you specialize in things that like biblical stuff or things like that. Whose forte is what? You know, are you like the math guy? Or are you the biology guy? Well, you're everything. What subjects do you like the best with you?
I like to. I don't know if I have a favorite. I like to kind of know a little bit about everything instead of a lot about one thing.
That's
Find
kind of
some
like
that's
me. I'm
useful.
a master of nothing, but I know a little bit about everything.
Right,
But
that's
not
what I
like you,
try to
though.
do, yeah.
What about you, Mr. Lascano? You like biology?
I do like biology. I'm just not very good at it. My main thing, my main thing is geography. That's my main thing.
Oh, well,
And
but you want to, because not a lot of geography, unless you want to be a teacher, I guess.
no, it's not very useful, but it's what I'm good at. So
Hey, good for you.
I like to ask about it.
they do like to ask about it. That's true.
The questions are always like so random, so it's hard to predict. So our practice is just kind of like random practice questions to get us kind of used to like answering questions like that. But a lot of it comes from like our background knowledge. So I'm an artist, and I just get like sometimes they ask about random paintings and stuff like that. And if I'm lucky, I'll know about it.
Who
And then-
was Rembrandt? Yeah, for
Oh, yeah,
60,
stuff
please.
like
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
So-
What about you, Mr. Luke?
I mainly specialize in history and geography, but I'm sure anyone else here can tell you there are some facts that you just like know, and then you can pick them out, and then after you answer, you're like, I don't know why I know that.
Well,
And that's Luke's job.
Let me tell you this: history was a lot harder now than it was when I was going to school because a lot more happened. So it makes it tougher to remember.
People have slept since then.
Yes.
And I'm the math/history guy.
Ah. So where did you just study this as a kid?
No, I was on the junior high math team, so that's why I'm like the math guy.
So you're like a walking slide rule. Is that all the kids go to you for questions? You can't figure out why but you can do it, right? It just comes naturally to you, from what I can tell about all math guys.
No, not really. I guess I just have a bunch of tricks that like a former teacher taught me from like the junior high math team.
Some math guys are good, or they're like musicians too. Or do you play musical instruments, or you don't have time?
Oh, I play piano.
See,
Mm-hmm. His dog's name is Pythagoras too. That's
I don't have a dog.
But if you did.
yeah, but if you did
yeah,
a squared plus
yeah.
b squared
Yeah.
equals c squared. See, there you go.
It'd be a very triangular dog.
Yeah, exactly.
no, it's a little less than 90 degrees, so it's a cute dog.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Boy, that was quick. I like that. All right, quadrilaterals for 60s, please. No, just kidding. So, what is the strangest question you got this go around?
Ooh. Luke gets a lot of strange ones, different current
I
events
do.
that people we don't really pay attention to. Luke will get those, and it's kind of neat to know that he knows what's going on in Nepal or anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I just read a lot. I enjoy reading, especially, like, I'll go on Wikipedia, and they have, like, on the front page, they'll have an, like, on this day in history
Yeah.
that you can look back on. I think that's interesting, too. I watch the news,
to a lot more than I probably should, which is why I'm a little, my outlook is grim.
I'm going to, just from my experience, I'm more of a nonfiction guy. Like, I don't read a lot of books, but I read facts. And it sounds like you do the same.
I'm the same. I hate fiction. I feel, I feel nothing when I read like dragons and vampires. I
Yeah.
think it's all like I don't find it interesting to me.
No, but I understand that why people do, because you can't any kind of AI or special effects can't duplicate the stuff you have in your head. But I like random facts about stuff, and people are like, well, how do you know that? So, well, I just you just do. So good for you. What do you plan on majoring in?
I plan on majoring in aerospace engineering, hopefully at the United States Air Force Academy. So
Good for you. I saw the Kennedy Space Center.
yes, I visited last year. So my grandparents live in the Villages, which is just outside of Orlando. So we just decided to trip up there.
Oh, that's nice. So did you play golf with Nancy? What's her name that lives there?
Nancy.
Nancy Lopez. She's a all-star golfer. But anyway,
I don't play golf. I don't have the patience for it. I get very irritated quickly.
that's yeah. You would get tired of that quickly. So are you wanting to go into space, or you just want to?
The plan is hopefully major in aerospace and either pilot or NTSB investigator. The people who investigate aircraft crashes and all of that. I find that fascinating. Seeing how seeing how all the facts align and being able to pick pieces out of a puzzle and put them together. I think that's fascinating. So.
Well, good for you. I'm sure
That's
you'll do
awesome.
well. That's coming from my dad was a rocket scientist and with NASA and that kind of stuff. So it was like, I get it. It's fun to look about space. Would you like to work for SpaceX or something if you get a chance?
I mean, it'd be nice, but I just I don't know. Space is interesting to me, of course, but I just don't find it as interesting as just like what's happening here on Earth, you could say. But yeah, it'd definitely be an interesting career path, and I wouldn't discount it by any means.
Well, it sounds like you're going to be a long way for you go a long ways into aerospace for sure, either as a pilot or a crash investigator for sure. What about this guy? You plan to be what? A mathematician?
Steven, what are you going for?
Probably an engineer. Something in engineering, maybe. I haven't decided yet.
You'll be a great engineer. If you're good at math and you like doing that kind of stuff, you'll be great at that.
Outstanding. Well, an engineering degree can go multiple different directions post graduation. So that's that's the thing. It's exciting. It's nice to have a table full of young people and brilliant minds that are actually going off to really kind of further themselves and do a bunch of good. So it's fun. It's better than a lot of the stuff you end up hearing. Golly, we had the police chief on a little while ago. I'm sure none of you guys know him.
You aren't riding those electric scooters around town like with abandon, are you?
No
Maybe.
electric scooters, no.
What hobbies do you all have besides studying? What? That's all I do. I study.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. I like to swim. I was on my school swim team. It kind of took me off it a little bit, but I'm trying to get back into it. I read. I do archery. That's cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, and I like to bake. And just...
What do you like to bake?
I like to bake. My favorite thing is banana bread or cheesecake. Those are my favorites. And a lot of the time I feel like my hobby is just every month or so I get a new hobby that I become really interested in. And so my hobby just kind of becomes collecting hobbies. Like one time, a year ago, I learned how to unicycle.
Whoa.
Did you?
Yes.
For a week, that doesn't count.
I can still do it.
That's hard to do. My cousin could
It
do
is.
that. Can you juggle while you're doing that too?
That's the next plan,
Okay.
But it was hard. I kept falling. I scraped my knee a bunch of times.
I bet.
Yeah. And
What about you? Everything, you like everything, right?
Yeah, we'll just say that. I like to fish with his dad,
Because he
Yeah.
never goes.
He
Apparently.
doesn't. Yeah, he's too
He's off
busy
baking.
He's too busy unicycling.
Fishing's not for me.
We're working on the catching part, but we'll go on the
Hey,
fishing.
that's
yeah,
you'll work on that the rest of your
Yeah.
life. It's always about the fishing. It's not about the catching.
His dad Mino's an old family friend.
it's true.
So yeah.
with
And
And
you
I-
catch occasionally.
Yeah,
All of us are athletes, I think. It's
true, yeah.
So apart from academics, we also all do athletics. I do cross country and track, so it's like I guess running could be a hobby. So that's
Yeah.
one of my hobbies as well.
Do you
besides art.
multitask when do you listen to like podcasts and things about science or while you're running?
I've tried that a few times, but I find it not as motivating as like just music. So I've tried once or twice to listen to a podcast.
I would get too confused and run into parked cars and stuff.
Yeah.
I would be a hazard.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
walk the dog and hit in the back of a car looking at my like trying to pick. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at my phone.
I don't mean to sound like a carbon copy of Dallas, but I swim too. We're both swimmers. I enjoy baking. I started a sourdough starter recently.
Wow.
So.
Oh,
Cool.
I
I
killed
would've
one
known
time
that.
in the refrigerator. We had one that was in there. I guess it was for kefir, and I ate it thinking it was cottage cheese, and it was like,
I can
I
imagine.
thought it sure seemed sour.
Yeah, it probably smelled bad too. Yeah,
That's funny.
I enjoy writing as well. I try to journal often, reflect on my thoughts. I enjoy doing that as
Do you
well.
publish that, or is it just for you?
Just for me. I don't publish that.
You got no manifestos or anything, right?
Absolutely not.
For you.
Manifestos.
What about you?
I play tennis, and I also do swim. Well, swim is more on the side, just mainly tennis.
Well, swimming is like you got to be all in pretty much. It's
Yeah.
like you got to practice 3 hours a day.
Well, for me, it's more like 1 hour.
Yeah. Well, that's one more hour than most kids do.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to hear from the champions. And we're going to be back with the KEDT Challenge champions, the Flower Bluff Challenge team. We'll be joining you in a moment. We're going to take a quick break. Everybody hold fast.
I watch the sunrise atop a sand dune. That's right, I'm one of those. Padre Island on Mustang. I'm Texas Island country. Mansfield cut to St. Joe. 3-6 mornings with the 830. Baffin Bay on out to Rockport.
Last year, and then I
Surfside to Galveston.
had a
Texas.
They are very demanding children. But
All right, should be about a quick 2.5, 3 minute break.
Sounds good.
Where do you want to go when we come back?
I don't know. I squeezed it all. I like that.
Right. Yeah. Anything you guys want to talk about?
Anyone?
You can take, get college credits while you're in high school, right?
It's true.
You guys taking those classes?
Yeah.
with all of us, yeah.
Well, Steven, not yet, right? You can't take him as a freshman.
So you
No.
can
Yeah.
get out
It's
of
gonna-
high school with some college credits.
Yeah.
Can you transfer them to A&M?
Yeah, most of them will go. Even my UT credit I have.
Yeah, I have a UT credit for
Yeah.
2 classes now.
2 classes.
Computer
Oh, computer science, right.
What we talk others chemistry.
Yes.
Yeah. We can talk about that. We can talk about some dual credit classes.
Talk about college credit.
Talk about college credit.
Talk about AP tests.
Talk about Steven going to state.
Yeah, we
Yes,
should.
we should.
Talk about Glory going in.
Oh yeah, we should talk about both of those. We
Yeah.
should just like
Talk
review
about
the whole
everything
board
we go to
meeting.
state
From
Oh,
this
you,
year.
yeah, well, you go to state in like cross country and whatever, and he goes state
I
in
don't.
swimming or.
No, just academics.
He goes to state in academics. She goes to
Art.
state in art. I went to
You go to
state in
state in
tennis in the
tennis.
fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about all that.
Or was in Congressman Cloud's office, I think.
It's true.
2 years
a little,
ago.
2 years
Yes.
ago.
No,
I
it's
talked
old
about that
news.
last year.
Yeah, we'll talk about Gloria's art. Do a lot of that.
I've seen you. You do wonderful artwork.
Thank you. Which ones have you seen?
I don't know. You showed them last year. I saw some of them last year. You showed them to me.
Talk about the birds.
Yeah. Okay. I painted another bird this year.
You paint?
Yes.
And welcome aboard to Island Moon Thursdays. It's another beautiful day. Island Moon Thursday here live at our Waterline Studios underneath the beautiful Doc's Seafood and Steaks right next to the beautiful JFK Causeway. We've got Tyler and I are joined by a bunch of champions, the Flower Bluff KEDT Challenge champion team, 3-time winners. These guys have all the brains and make all the smart decisions. And if you want to make a smart decision, you need to go talk to Frank at Discount Motor Company. He's right there at 6601 SPID, 851-2900, or you can just go to discountmotorcompany.com where you can see their active inventory. He's got fleet vehicles. He's got cars, trucks. He wants to buy your car and he'll pay more than that big box store across the street. So by all means, make a smart decision like these champions and go talk to Frank at Discount Motor Company. So before we jump to the break, we were kind of talking about a few other things. I mean, you guys are in a bunch of different advanced classes, right? So what all advanced classes have you guys had or are you in right now? Just to run through them real quick. So what do you think, Mason?
Oh boy, this year I'm taking.
Well, hang on.
Fix all these. Oh no.
Okay, good.
This year I'm taking. I took dual credit government and economics through Del Mar College. I took AP biology, not with Miss Huckabee. I should have though. Sorry, Miss Huckabee. Let's see what else. I'm in my fourth year of computer science, which is computer science 3. That was a great class.
You program?
I'm not as good as the rest of my class. I feel like it's something that I think is more of a useful skill. These people want it to be their jobs, I think, but it's more for me. It's just something that I can help do other things. But this year is a game design class, so we've made games the whole year.
So are those apps or what are they?
It's on a game engine called Godot, and you can download the files onto the computer and play the game from the computer that way. So we're not releasing anything yet, I suppose, but it's you can play their computer games. But I think you can source them to mobile too, to play them on your phone.
That sounds like a lot of
It is
fun.
a really neat class, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a computer science course this year. It's different than just the. You said you're in computer science 3.
Right.
That's cool. I'm in on-ramps computer science, which is nice because I get a college credit with it. But it's an intro to computer science, so I'm definitely not as advanced as like the Mr. Purdy's other computer science course. But it's nice to like know the skill for and have the credit. So it's been a good experience. But this is my first year taking it, so I'm definitely not very advanced in the subject. But it's been a good class.
What about you, Dallas?
I basically took the same as Mason. I took 3 AP classes: biology, same as him, environmental science, and government. And then I figured I'm a senior, so for the rest of my classes, I just took blow-off classes and a couple of off periods. So, you know.
Well, yeah, why
I think
not?
we had the same counselor. Yeah.
Well, good for you. I mean, you got to have fun in high school because you'll never have
Yeah.
that experience again.
Yeah, of course. And, you know, it's nice to wake up at like 9 a.m. every morning, you know.
I understand that. Were all of you locally homebred Flower Bluff folks, or did they transfer you in, for the skills, or
Bring in the ringers?
Yeah, are you ringers?
Yeah.
Oh, I transferred from Winston Park. I was originally supposed to go to Bacon Middle School, but then I went to Flower Bluff Junior High and then high school.
So you were recruited.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
Legally
Bring in the
NIL.
lefty.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of sponsors. What about you, Mr. Luke?
I was not born here. I was born just outside of Memphis, Tennessee, moved to San Diego, California, where my dad retired out of the Navy in 2015, and then we moved here.
So why did he move from San Diego to here?
Just because, obviously, San Diego's a really big Navy city. We're a big Navy city, too. When he retired off of the USS Bonner Richard before it was firebombed by a disgruntled sailor.
Right.
Story for a different time. He got a job here on base prior to retiring, so as soon as he retired, we just picked up and moved across the country. So,
Good for you. It's not near as crowded as it is in San Diego.
but they have water, so
They have the cold water too.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you. What about you? You've been here the whole time, haven't you, Laura?
I've been in Flower Bluff since 3rd grade, so pretty much a very long time. But I grew up in Austin when I was a little kid, and then my family moved here when I was in 3rd grade. So,
What is it about is it the school district that nurtures you folks into becoming these giants as far as academics?
I would say so. We have a great support community through the younger grades. A lot of UIL academics is still going on, and then the junior high math team that Stephen and me, Dallas, Luke, or Gloria,
I
right?
participated.
Yeah.
It's unusual that the Flower Bluff schools are all clumped together. Like I don't know if I think that's maybe a good thing because you get used to being one big family. It's a Flower Bluff ISD is not just the junior high, the senior high and all that kind of stuff. It's one big unit almost.
I think that's definitely part of it, and that's how you end up with teachers like Mrs. Huckabee there for almost 50 years now. It's really impressive that you can keep like a teacher at one school district that long
That's
because of the
amazing.
community that's been built there.
I know Oggs' wife was a Flower Bluff teacher, and she loves it there.
Yes. All about the class pride heart, and it's fun. I'm everything from the academics to the football games and soccer matches.
Sting line.
Everything. It's always
Yeah.
fun. Sting line. Yep, exactly. So it's always great to be involved. I think it's really interesting. We're talking about these kind of higher end courses. I had my buddy's daughter actually graduated high school with an associate's degree, and there are different ways. There are ways to do that through Flower Bluff ISD and CCISD too, right?
I believe so, yeah. I have a few friends that are getting their associates this year or next year and graduating with it.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them.
Stephen, do you want to do like some of the other Bluff students are doing, where they're building an airplane or mechanical things like that?
No, I feel like I'm just gonna stick with computer science and like I don't know, make games, have fun, and then I guess learn coding skills.
What's the coding skills now? It's way over my head. It used to be like BASIC and Pascal and all those other things.
I guess right now it's just syntax, but like later on, I guess like different coding languages, I guess planning stuff, and then
So what languages do you work in? Because
I'm just Python right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just done Python as well.
We teach, or Mr. Purdy teaches, it's Python, and he has a Java class and
JavaScript, right?
Yeah, there's JavaScript later in your sophomore year. So he does a few languages that we get to mess around with.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean,
That's outstanding.
When
Yeah,
Ox and
I
I were up, we had punch cards.
I had basic. Yeah, I learned basic, and I could make the computer beep. And we had. I remember I was in middle school when they switched to color monitors. Not
Yeah.
to date myself, but yeah.
You know, to date myself, I had a guy that was majoring in engineering, electrical engineering, and he had it like a box of cards, punch cards that was about the size of a case of Coke, just to make a balloon go across the screen in black and white. I was going, man, I thought that's not something I want to do, but good for you. And I noticed when I've done stuff with internet, you get the code wrong, you miss one comment, and the whole thing crashes.
Yeah, it's nice that it does that though, so you know what's wrong. It makes it a little easier to find what you messed up on, instead if it just kept going.
So the people are familiar with Jeopardy when they think of quiz shows. What's the format on the challenge show for people who haven't seen it before?
Sure. So a regular challenge episode is 4 rounds. The first round is just toss-up questions. So you buzz in, you answer. You can't talk with your teammates. The second round is the bonus round. So there's toss-up questions still, and if you get a toss-up, you get three extra questions, 3 bonus questions that just your team can answer, and you can talk about those. And you get each set of questions has a topic. Those are really fun. I think that's my favorite round because there's a lot of different things that can happen. You get a lot of points. The third round is the 60-second round. So the team that's losing gets to pick one of 3 categories, or they can pick that category for the other team. So if it's something really hard, you can give it to them, and maybe you'll get lucky.
Like
16th
Uno.
century Roman poets. Yeah,
Sometimes
stuff
that
like that.
backfires, but
Yeah, sometimes it goes the wrong way, but that's okay. And then, so each team gets 60 seconds, 10 questions. Each one is worth 10 points. And the last round is toss-up questions until the end. So there's a lot of points to be had, a lot of questions.
Who's the keeper of the questions? Who is it? KEDT that comes up with those?
I think so. I'm not sure where they get them from. I think they write their own, though. Because there was a player my freshman year who said that he found out about the show because they asked him to write questions. I was like, oh, that's pretty neat.
wow.
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
I was just talking to Ms. Huckabee. They subscribe. There's a subscription service for practice questions and another one for the questions they use in the show. She was just showing me some of the practice questions that they have. So you're the math guy. So here's a stumper for you. How many pairs of socks does Tyler have? That's a math question.
No, I like statistics better. Where you can go you got 3 drawers full of socks. One of them is brown. What are the odds of you picking the brown one and the blue one? That one.
Well, it's a trick question because Tyler doesn't wear socks.
We got to get one of those questions over here.
We'll do that.
Well, so it's like show prep. They used to do that. You'd sign up for show prep if you couldn't think of anything to do. You'd have
You can go through the list.
You go through the list like, hey, if your bones ache this morning, just be thankful you're not a herring. That's stupid stuff like that. They get a lot of bones.
Outstanding. Well, we're super glad to have you guys on the show with us today. It's a lot of fun. Again, Mason Evans, Dallas Lozano, Luke Schlesinger, Stephen Jen, and Gloria Harris. Congratulations on the win, and that's a lot of fun. And I guess for the seniors, your year is about over, right?
Yes, sir. We have one more week of class left. Then we get to mess around for senior week.
Okay. What about the non-seniors? What's the are y'all about done? How much time do y'all have?
We have one more full week, and then I think one more week of 3 days, and then we're home free.
Are you watching film strips or anything like at the end, like we used to do, but something boring that was easy to not?
I don't.
So there's no finals or anything now?
We do have semester exams at the end, but you can gain exemptions from them based on your attendance and your grades. So most of us are exempt, so we don't have to show up.
I do, yeah.
Good, you'll ruin the curve for everyone else anyway.
We're going to be right back. We'll be right back with Isla Moon Live. We're going to take a quick break. Everybody hold fast.
Oh yeah.
You're a knowledgeable guy.
Play challenge right now.
Where do I need to slip in?
Come on, Dale.
Yeah, here, tell you what. You
We'll
wanna
move these chairs.
scoot over, slide the chairs out.
That's the grackle we talked about.
Yeah.
Oops. Do we come down?
Yeah, here,
Or
come over
I
here.
get to hold, huh? That works.
There's a lot of maroon around here.
Are we still using the chairs? Or
We can.
Now, guys, if you start asking hard questions, I'm going to pull out my test bank and start asking you guys questions.
That'd be fine. That'd be awesome. We'll get this guy to explain the Krebs cycle for us.
I don't know.
are we like?
They can probably draw it.
We could figure it out.
Sure. Just for.
I can't argue.
It's easier to draw than explain.
It's a circle. Do that one.
There you go.
What do you want to talk about, Dallas?
You just do a radio challenge.
Just a regular 30-minute challenge.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
See who wins. Me and Dallas against the next year. The Dallas seniors against everyone else.
Unks versus.
Yeah.
They get to play as well.
What's that?
An album cover.
You'll bring us back?
Sure.
Go.
We are back with Island Moon Live on 1440 Keys and 98.7 FM. I'm Tyler, your
I'll tell you.
co-host.
I'll wave at. I'll point you.
Oh, okay. I thought you said we're going.
They're getting the last commercial over with.
See, I was ready.
Yeah, it was just practice run.
A practice round.
Hey, you knocked that out better than our show promo.
Show prep. We had 4 starts over like, oh, I forgot about this.
Almost there. We promise, YouTube. Almost there.
Behind the scenes, that's where all the fun happens.
Just throwing a challenge too. Get Dallas's mic checks.
Are we gonna keep the mic check tradition going next year?
You have to.
I think so, yeah.
I guess you'll be in charge though. Corey.
It's okay without.
Almost there. Wait for it. Artisan pools.
He's like artisan bread that he makes
Right?
with his sourdough mother.
Oh,
Wait, what do you bake, Dallas? You didn't say.
banana bread, right?
Banana bread. Yeah. Yes.
I don't like banana bread.
Cheesecake's
I
good
made
if you
banana
make it
bread
right.
last
I
week,
love cheese.
Do you,
It's hard.
the New York one, yeah, the one where they have that little thin layer on top. That's
And you have to have,
that
like, a
is
special
really
thing to
good.
make it
Most of the
right.
time, they make it
Like-
dry.
You need a springform mold.
Yeah. Do you have one?
You don't have one?
I
I feel
do.
like I've made a cheesecake.
I have
before, but
parchment
don't
paper
have
too.
Well, it's difficult because you don't want the top to crack.
We do need cooking classes for
You know, they need
for
cooking
challenge.
classes and
challenge,
how to
yeah.
handle a budget. Do you have like home economics where they have a budget?
The classes are there. It's getting kids like this that are in dual credit
They don't have
space in
time. Yeah.
their schedule to take them.
Get our grade weight.
Yeah, I know.
We have finance, personal finance. We have
Good, because a lot of folks, are in debt.
Okay.
And we're back with Island Moon Live on 98.7 FM and 1440 KEYS and on the YouTube on the Island Moon Live channel. Tyler Thorson here with Jacob Boggs, and we've got the Flower Bluff Challenge team, the 3rd time in a row champion challenge team, and we've got Beth Huckabee. She's the counselor, and you're the instructor that hosts, or is that correct?
I'm the coach of the team.
Okay, she's the coach, and you've been at Flower Bluff ISD for just a few years.
A few, 47.
You plan on being the coach next year as well, right?
Yes.
Good for you.
They didn't fire me, so I guess I'll come back.
Okay, well, this is a burning question that all of you will probably want to know. What are your feelings on the Oxford comma?
I want to keep it.
Me too, see?
Yes, okay.
What do you think?
We're all in one accord on that.
Yeah.
I use it.
Yeah, they call that the serial comma now. It's like the example I had was, perfect one was like, I went to the concert last night with my parents. Name stuff, celebrity and her husband. With Stevie Nicks and Bruce Springsteen. And that sounds like, unless you put the commas there, it sounds like Stevie Nicks and Bruce Springsteen are your parents. So that's the example that we like to think. But as long as you've been doing this, what's your favorite part about the challenge team?
My favorite part is our practices because these guys are so intelligent. We'll ask a question and then we'll spend 5 minutes going down rabbit holes following trails of stuff that this reminds us of that we need to know. The competition itself is pretty nerve-wracking when you're sitting in the audience. I don't know how it is out there on the stage.
It's a little better on stage.
You would think you would be more nervous being on stage, although parents and the coach, I guess it's the same way, like you're biting your fingernails, like, oh my.
When I did it in high school, I was terrified, but we had real hot lights. You know, in the 1965, it was going live was quite a big deal.
You have preparation manuals that Dale Rankin was talking about with you back off mic. What does that involve? They give you sample questions to use?
They'll send us some sample questions, and I purchase some questions to get a more of a variety of stuff. I have a lot of books in my room. We can look stuff up. Of course, now they'd prefer to Google, you know. They miss out on all the
the Dewey
research.
Decimal System and looking up at the library.
You just have no idea what research is like.
Yeah. Well,
there used to be search and research. Now it's just, Google
Yeah.
search.
It's gotten a little easier.
Yeah. And they've gotten lazy, too, about their research, I think. My students have.
What was your favorite subject when you were doing this?
Science. I've always been.
You're the
science.
biology woman and chemistry. Oh, good for you. Where did you go to school?
I went to Texas A&I at Kingsville. A&I till I die. But
good for you, a javelina.
We do appreciate the fact that Texas A&M Kingsville gives big scholarships for the All-Star competition. And Mason was on a real exciting match this time, a 5-point difference, and he won a $1,500 scholarship that will go to went to one of our Flower Bluff seniors that is going there next year.
So how many people are this? Is a complete team, or you have more?
Complete team.
You have an alternate, or in case somebody gets sick?
No, they used to let us have an alternate. They would call it a team manager, but the expense of the shirts, I think they cut it back.
Oh, no.
Well, we know
COVID,
who
what
can
did you
fix
do?
that, right?
Yes, exactly.
Who
We
can
need to
fix our
reach up to
shirts?
Ted at Impact Marketing.
Yeah, thank you.
And they cut back from 6 team members and 4 competing at a time to 5 and 3 competing at a time during the time of COVID, just to separate.
My daughter was on the debate team at King High School. How many tournaments do you go to in one season?
Well, we went to 4.
We played four games of challenge, right?
Yeah.
And we had 2 or 3 Quiz Bowl tournaments outside too.
I think we had.
Outside the studio?
Yeah, and the Quiz Bowl has been a nice add-on because it gives you a chance to get out. You compete in 7 games in one day, and it really puts you through your paces and gets you a little endurance for being up there.
Who scouts for you in the elementary school? Who
Right? You have some recruiters and some scouts in there.
Because you
do. Mr. Gillespie, who coaches our award-winning math team in junior high, will send me a couple of names every year and say, be sure and have these people come to tryouts. That's how we got Stephen. That's how we got Mason. Luke just wandered in on his own, and Gloria did too.
Did he bring banana bread, right?
Mr. Gillespie doesn't ask enough art questions. That's why.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they play trivia.
That's how he ends his
Yeah.
semesters in the time where there's no assignments. He'll play trivia with the kids. And
So are there like a set number of categories, or is it pretty wide open?
It's pretty wide open. Anything is fair game, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really random.
Yes.
So, I mean, and do they have like pop culture questions as well?
Not as often as some people would like. Like we had a few movies this year, but not very many.
Okay, there's no Katy Perry category, thank goodness.
Not often. They've added audio questions this year though.
Yes.
So they'll play a clip of a song and you have to give you some clues about it. You name the artist, you name the song,
Okay.
whatever they want. That was new this year.
One year they had to sing.
Really?
And that was fun.
Like, they got rid of that part?
They got rid of that
Okay, good.
part really quick. It just lasted 1 year.
That's funny.
That's too bad.
Yeah, the karaoke portion of the quiz show is now over.
I would have wanted to hear Dallas sing karaoke.
Well, the instruction was you had to sing your answer, and they would give like part of a song, and then they would say part of a song in words, and then expect you to come in with the melody and finish the
Wow.
thing, and it
I
just
feel like that could be subjective. Like,
Yeah.
Like I could have danced all night. Yeah,
yeah.
I got you. Well, that sounds fun.
How awesome. Well, we've got just about 5 minutes left till we're going to take our next break, but what's looking forward at future competitions? Do you see the field growing anymore? Are there more schools that are getting interested in this?
Well, they're kind of limited because of the cost for each production, and right now the way they have their brackets set up, it works out perfectly. You play a game, you win, you play another game, and then that leaves 3 competitors on each side of the bracket. Top scorer gets a bye, and the other 2 play off, and then you're in the semifinals.
Okay, yeah, Mason was talking about that earlier. That's a neat format. And so who was your toughest opponent throughout
It's
the
definitely
tournament?
Ray.
Ray? Yeah? Okay,
that was a really good team.
So if you went to another school and you played these guys, they just walked all over you, and I'm sorry. But talking here, just in case you tuned in late, with the three-time running champion. How many championships total?
6.
That's six total KED Challenge Cup champions.
It's 4 out of the last 5, right? 4 out of the last 5, right? Basically?
And we played in 63 games.
I think it was a few more than that even, maybe.
So were you almost undefeated in your career? Almost?
Almost.
No.
In challenge.
We've had a couple of one-and-dones.
Who licked you the best? Who beat the pants off you?
Ray, honestly, in the championship my freshman year, we got beat by Ray. That
Yeah.
was a pretty rough game, but they were really good.
That was sad, yeah.
I think it's a wonderful opportunity that KED puts this on, so all the students can have something. You know, the brainiacs, the kids that are really smart, academic folks that can really challenge, and that's why they call it challenge, and promote young minds thinking. And you guys are just the best. I got another question for you. What would you do about the water?
Go ahead, Luke.
I would like to say something about these guys. Every time they compete in the finals, that means we win 8 scholarships for other kids in the school. And I think that's really unique, and I'm really proud of them for,
That's great, because it's not about you. It's about
Right.
It's about you and the school.
yes.
Well, that's the more the merrier as far as that goes. That way you'll have more smart kids coming
Yes.
up and competing this. Hopefully, when you're in your 60, 50, you'll still be the coach goddess.
I don't know, I'm kind of getting old here, you know?
You are just sharp as a tack, and I know you're. I could just imagine your experience watching these kids grow up. Have you had any special students that have gone on to like become an astronaut or a heart surgeon?
Doctors, lawyers. We did have one of our ex-challenge members compete on Jeopardy last year. He didn't win, but he got to compete on TV.
That's awesome. What an honor. So what different quiz shows or anything do you guys watch to prepare? What are your favorite ones?
It has to be Jeopardy.
Yeah, that's
Jeopardy's
kinda-
definitely my favorite. Yeah.
That's the industry standard.
Right.
Yeah, my what's that, Gloria?
I think Challenge is pretty fun to watch.
It is.
the
So
other schools. And
You
stuff.
can go back and watch all the old episodes.
Yes.
Yes.
They're online at pbs.org. You can watch them all there.
That's what you want to
Outstanding,
see. What about Wheel of Fortune? Because there's some things in there that makes you kind of think like it exercises your brain.
That's good for the sayings. I wish they would all do crossword puzzles, because there's a lot of information in a crossword puzzle that shows up on Challenge.
Well, oh yeah, that's my mother used to do the New York Times sometimes, and then you got a crossword puzzle, I think, and what's that challenging puzzle that you have in the Island Moon?
Yes, we have I put a crossword puzzle in the Island Moon and 4 different Sudoku puzzles.
Sudoku is one I was trying to think of.
Every week, yeah.
Do you all do that? Sudoku?
I'm not a big Sudoku fan, but I'll play crossword puzzles. I'll play the Washington Post every day. Hopefully finish it.
Nice.
Play Wordle.
Yeah, I did that, and I went like almost a year without getting beaten, and they put something on there, dude. It was just so lame. I forgot what the word was.
That's funny. Well, we're here chatting for a little bit longer with the Flower Bluff KEDT Challenge team, the champions, 3 times in a row. And, they're all about looking good and putting your best foot forward. And if you want to look good and put your best foot forward, you need to talk to Ted at Impact Marketing. He's down off of 423 Schatzel Street downtown. You can call him at 887-9300 or just go to impactmarketingcc.com to see all they can do for you. If you need safety gear, you need embroidery, screen printing, you need stickers, you need decals on cups for a family reunion, outfit, kind of some new fun thing. You can get a deck of cards with your brother-in-law's face on them or a team photo of the KDT Challenge team. Just talk to Ted at impactmarketing.com and he will get you straight. We're going to take a quick break. Everybody hold fast.
Put me to use. Give me 6 brand new
Get
strings
a
to
mug
sing
with all your
blues.
pictures on it.
We might need that.
That'd be great.
Are all the trophies in some showcases in high school?
It's just one trophy.
They return it every year.
Oh, it's you put your name
Right,
on it.
it's like the Stanley Cup.
You
Okay.
get to keep it for 4 months, and 3 of them are summer, so
Wow.
bummer, but
Well, that's fun.
and we'll get it Friday. Come and award it.
Well, take a picture and put it on the Facebook page.
We'll do.
All I see is the tennis. Everybody in the Bluff is doing so well with, you name it. They're like, oh, they won this, they won that. I was trying to find a recent picture of you, and I got the one that Dale had on the moon. Because the ones that kept coming up were you from last year. I thought, well, that was last year.
That's last year's team.
Yeah.
Need to get some more pictures.
We got one more segment.
We got one more segment coming up.
I'll get out of the way and
Now stick around, you're there.
talking to
Yeah, you're already here.
Yeah, you're there.
Have Steven hand you the mic.
You guys talk about the water crisis.
I do
The
think
last
it
one.
keeps senility
Last
away.
segment.
Well, they say working those helps your brain, just keeping your mind busy.
And I'll sit there and watch shows that we're not in, and I'll holler out answers like I've got good sense.
Ask him how much time they spend on social media.
Oh.
How much time do you guys spend on social media?
Probably too much.
I think my screen time was like 10 hours yesterday.
Really?
Okay, I don't know.
Oh, a lot of it's in school. I gotta shoot my phone.
Of course.
Not allowed to do that now.
Of course.
That's why they say, please bring your cell phones.
They're gonna send you to jail for that.
I know.
They're gonna find you.
David's gonna run you over with his wheelchair.
It's true.
Did they have withdrawals?
You guys want to let
I
the
did.
kids ask all the questions?
Ooh.
Oh, Luke, you okay?
Wait, what is this?
Oh, practice.
Is Mason reading?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh,
You
this
give me
is
the
Is that an L or an
Wait.
I? That's an I, right? I think it's an I. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh, I know.
I'm not up to date on my plays.
It's not about. It's about a
I saw an
animal.
opera the other week. I went to
What?
Timbers to see and watched. It was called like Deflator Mouse or whatever. It means the bat in German. So they asked me
Oh,
about
I saw that on Jeopardy.
Oh, cool.
I didn't know it.
And welcome back to Island Moon Live here on 1440 Keys 98.7 FM, Corpus Christi. We are down here at our Waterline Studios for another beautiful Island Moon Thursdays. We've got the KEDT Challenge Champion team from Flower Bluff High School. And during the break, we were talking about, and I think you guys pulled up a few sample questions. So the people out there in Radio Land and watching live on YouTube, or later on watching on YouTube at Island Moon Live, get a kind of a little flavor of the competition you guys are up against. So, Mason, you going to read a couple?
Sure, I'll read a few.
Okay, run through some.
This one says, along with Franklin Roosevelt, this president was one of only 2 men who were U.S. presidents 10 years to the day after their first inauguration. What president won the popular vote for 3 consecutive presidential elections and served 2 non-consecutive terms?
You guys feel free to help
I
us
kept
out
saying
here.
I thought Roosevelt's one that got 3, but
Yeah.
2 non-consecutive
Two
terms?
non-consecutive terms. Not Donald Trump.
Grover
No.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
What?
Grover Cleveland?
Good job, Dallas.
Hey, that was good.
Let's see. What are some other cool ones? California Route 1 is known for much of its length by what 3-word name, running between Dana Point in Orange County and Leggett in Mendocino County?
Is it the PC?
Pacific Coast Highway.
That's that one.
Good job.
All right.
Look at that.
You're a natural.
10 points for the announcer.
That is 10 points. 10 points for the hosts. Let's see. What about where things are? Apparently Luke is good at that. That's what he was
That's
told.
what Eric Boyd told me.
Yes. These 2 neighboring countries were once part of German East Africa. Hutus and Tutsis are the predominant ethnic group of what 2 nations, with capitals at Kigali and Bujumbura?
Well, one's Rwanda.
Yeah?
I don't know the other one.
Burundi?
Burundi's the other one. That one was tough. That
Good
was
job.
That was tough.
that was the geography that Luke and Dallas like to know.
Yeah.
That I don't deal with that.
I can't find things in my fridge, let alone on a world map. That's impressive, Luke.
I'm still dealing with Burma being named something else, so it's like
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Myanmar, right?
That's I think that's what they call
It
it.
is.
Steven, do you want a math one?
Okay, sure.
Find the log base 9 of the quantity 27 raised to the 12th power.
27 to the
27 to the 12th.
18?
Yeah.
Hey, how about
That's
that?
crazy.
Very impressive. Very
I don't
impressive.
Took a
know how
while.
he does that.
I didn't even understand the question.
How do you even learn that? There's some kind of
Just
play
like-
that you do with the
Yeah.
numbers
Yeah.
in the log.
Something about the exponents moving around.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good for you. Wow.
Gloria, you want a Bible?
Sure.
To whom did God say, "See, I have given into thine hand Jericho, and the king thereof"? This man was Moses' assistant and successor as leader of the Israelites.
Aaron?
No?
No.
Not his brother.
No, it's not. Ooh.
Lot?
Stumped. No, Lot was
Moses' successor.
Moses' successor.
Joshua.
Joshua.
Okay,
yes.
sorry.
Hey, there you
You're not allowed to
go.
have guesses on challenge, but I got this.
Nice.
All right, it's Mason's turn.
Oh, it's
now.
my turn? Oh.
This quantity increases about 1% with every 150 meters of altitude due to lower air density, and it may be decreased by increasing surface area. Arising due to the drag force growing to cancel the force of gravity, resulting in no net acceleration. What is this upper limit on a falling object speed?
Terminal velocity.
That's right.
Yes. That was a little scary. They do a lot of really long questions like that on challenge
yeah,
too.
like whole paragraphs
Yeah.
yeah. into the question.
They go through an entire thing, and then it's like, where do they bury the survivors?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the that's the terminal velocity thing? It's like, hey, if you drop a penny off the Empire State Building, it's going to go through a taxi. I mean, is that they can't go that fast.
They
'cause it's-
sound just like that, too.
Yeah.
That is how they talk. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's true.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to test it.
But that's what terminal
Yeah.
velocity. It's like the guy the astronaut or the guy that parachuted from the thing. There's a certain speed you can go.
Right.
It depends, I guess, on the pressure, the heat, and all that kind of
all
stuff.
of those things.
Fun. Well, that'd been for you, Mr. Aeronautics.
Right. Stephen can engineer a penny that won't fall through a taxi.
There you are. Okay. At least they make it out of copper now again.
Right.
I mean, we do a lot of
No, they don't
physics
make them.
projects too, right?
What?
We do a lot of physics projects.
We do.
Y'all working on your boat yet?
Yes,
I
we have started the boat.
You're making a boat?
Yes.
Out of cardboard and tape.
That's all we're allowed to use, cardboard and duct tape. So, how's y'all's group doing?
Then they go to the pool.
Yeah, we go to the...
We do.
And hope it doesn't disintegrate.
Can you use that the wax kind of cardboard that oysters come in, or do you have to use standard?
He just said cardboard, so I mean, we'd have to check with him.
And that's all you can use is duct tape, no Scotch Guard or anything?
No, just duct tape and cardboard.
No paint?
No.
Nope.
I've got a roll of Flex Seal in the truck. You know, I saw this guy fix an aluminum boat with it once.
He saw the boat.
He did see the boat ad.
Well, I guess if you get enough, surface area that they can hold it without sinking.
Yeah,
That's the goal, yeah.
You get extra points for fitting 3 people in it.
Ours
so.
is probably not big enough. How far along is your boat in the building process?
We're gonna start this weekend, and then I have to start the paper. We're gonna start.
So when do they do?
I'm sorry.
When are the boats supposed to be done?
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
You just got the stuff.
We
May
made it
20th.
quickly.
That's why we take all the AP classes.
Yes.
Moves the due dates closer.
Yeah,
Exactly.
good for you.
So that's a good question. So how good are you guys at time management? Are you the go ahead and get it done type people, or
I'm terrible.
No, you're the wait till the last
I'm
minute
really
and get
bad
it all
at it.
done at the end.
I try to be pretty good at, especially with group projects. It stresses me out when things get pushed back. So I try to be a punctual person.
It depends
Not
for
always,
me.
but-
Sometimes I get the work done like I don't know, like a day or two, and then other times I just wait until like the last minute. And
Depends on what's going on socially, right?
Yeah.
And it depends on if your banana bread's done or whatever, and you and your sourdough.
With Tyler and I, we get things done unless there's fishing that we can get done, and we
Right.
try and get that done first.
Yes, we'll talk about that next hour because there's fishing to get done. You can go with his daddy.
Yes. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Go.
I come along every now and then. Every now and then I'll do it.
You're the son he never had. Sorry.
Hey.
All right, well, we're coming down to the last 4 minutes of the show. We've got the champions from the Flower Bluff Challenge team with us. Back-to-back champions. And looks like, according to the coach, there's no slowing down. So you'll better look out next year. Coming at you with 5. Well, how many new? Two new players potentially.
2 new players next
If
year.
you guys are going to keep going with it. So awesome. How did you guys find the challenge team in the first place?
I think I was flipping through channels on TV one time because back when people still had cable, and I saw Challenge. I was like, hey, I know Flower Bluff. That's interesting. I was probably in the 5th grade, so I had to ask Mr. Gillespie, the junior high math coach, was playing trivia with us, looking for Miss Huckabee's next teammates, and I was one that he wanted. So I had to go talk to Miss Huckabee the first day of school and sign up for tryouts to show up, get on the team.
It was the same for me. I used to watch with my dad. Not with him, but just me and my dad. We'd watch Challenge, because he liked Jeopardy. We'd watch Jeopardy too. We'd watch all these quiz shows. And freshman year, Mason joined. And ever since then, he was always trying to tell me, hey, you should join, you should try out. And I never did. And this year, he finally convinced me, and that's how I got here.
You came out of nowhere. Just as this is your first and only year.
Yeah, first and only year.
Wow,
So he's
you become a
undefeated.
champion? Yeah, you're undefeated. You
I'm
might as well just
undefeated.
hang it up now. Good for you. So, do you get to choose at all, like up and coming people, or do you know some younger kids that would be good at this that you can advise, or is that allowed?
I mean, I try and work with teachers, like what Ms. Huckabee said. Like, I try and talk with junior high teachers, be like, hey, be on the lookout for anyone, and just send them our way. So.
Talk to a lot of the academic coaches, see what they have, see what kids they want.
I just try to conscript like maybe like 1 or 2 volunteers, willing volunteers.
Get that one person who can answer that question we gave you about the math that came out to 18, and then if you find another one that can do that, they're on.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're trying to get Mason's brother to do it next year, actually. And he's
Do you have another Mason brother?
Yeah, I have a little brother. He's in 8th grade this year. He's really good at trivia and stuff, but he's not very interested. I don't know. He doesn't like his brother very much, I guess. I'm just kidding.
Oh, poor guy. You probably picked on him too much. Well, that'd
I don't
be
think
nice.
I did.
Yeah, that'd be nice if you could get him in.
It would be cool. It'd be really neat.
So your parents are they're all excited for you, and do they come to the audience if they can?
Yeah, each of us gets a few tickets to bring some audience members. It's really neat.
It's fun to watch, so they like to
It is fun to watch.
Outstanding. Well, thanks again to the third time in a row defending their title, winning the KEDT Challenge Cup. The Flower Bluff Challenge team, Mason Evans, Dallas Lascano, Luke Schlesinger, Stephen Jen, and Gloria Harris. We're going to take a break right now for the news, but Island Moon Live will be joining you from 1 to 2 on Corpus Christi's one and only KEYS 1440 AM and 98.7. Until then, everybody keep it on Island Time.
But what it said was Porter Ramsey's strong. Porter Ramsey's strong. Porter Ramsey's strong. Talking about that Texas Surfer girl. She rides a boat and she stands so tall. Sassy, proud with that Texas drawl. Border Rangers strong. Border Rangers strong. Talking about that Texas surfer girl. Texas surfer girl. Texas surfer girl. Texas surfer girl.
Yep. I got my undergrad and started at U of H and finished undergrad here at A&M Corpus, and then got my graduate school from the oldest art school and museum in the U.S., the Pennsylvania Academy.
What was your master's in?
Philly. It was in art, but it was like everything from graphics to fine art. It was kind of more of like U of H has really like selected things, so they wouldn't let me do everything. So I came down here so I could still do painting and drawing, but also do graphics and production and photo, video, which is still what I'm doing today.
That's exactly what that's.
Yeah.
So if you want to go there, you got a letter of recommendation.
Yeah. I know people.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yes.
Hey, thank you for coming on.
Guys, thank you for coming in. It's good to see you. Yes.
We always had that.
See you in a little bit.
Draw the pirate of the
Thank you so much.
I cheated. I filled it up in my pocket, put it under and trace. I can't draw for squat.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Chicago Art Institute or something?
Yeah. Well, they had the one in not Reader's Digest. What was it? Weekly Reader. Where you're supposed to draw the thing.
It was either the pirate or the turtle that you had to draw on the back of a matchbook. You know, because they figure those cigarette smokers are artists.
And then they send you a letter saying it's the greatest one they ever had since $25.
Yeah. That's great.
I love that woman. I can't refuse. She gave me 6 brand new strings to sing the blues. To sing the blues.
Yeah, just jump in here. Yeah.
Which microphone? This one?
Green, yeah.
Okay. So is that the corresponding headset right there?
Yep.
Still compete with the Valley schools in football?
Trying to get back up. Don't know you a thing right now. Don't know you a thing, no. People keep on talking. Tell me how to drown them out. Are they just plain crazy? Or are they just too proud? Don't know you a thing right now. Don't know you a
Quick mic test, mic test. All right, we will be right back shortly. Hello, YouTube.
When you strip down to your soul, what's gonna show when all you see is bones? Bad bones, bad bones. You got to keep on moving, pretend you don't know the time. If you want to sell that story, it's got to have a rhyme. I don't know you a thing right now, don't know you a thing, no. I wanna know, when you strip down to your soul, what's gonna show, when all you see is bones. Bad bones, bad bones.
Yeah. Well, you've got Packard, you got the Habitat, and you've got the boardwalk, and the building shore. Yeah.
Speaker chair a little closer.
Yeah, 'cause they can get
Jump
closer
in
to the mic.
like
That way
you gotta.
Okay.
Use the mic. All right. First
Tess, can you hear me?
All right, let's get back in this. First segment's going to be 11 minutes, 30 seconds. You think you can handle that?
Oh, got it.
All right.
Tess, can you hear me?
Yep,
Okay.
sounds good. You hear yourself?
Yep.
And welcome aboard. Welcome to Island Moon Live. We are back from our Waterline studios here at the base of the beautiful JFK Causeway. Tyler Thorson, Dale Rankin. My name is Jacob Boggs, and our special guest today is Scott Cross.
Yes, sir.
You are the Nueces County Coastal Parks Director.
Correct.
Right? That's
The
your
Grand
title.
Poobah.
Yep.
Right? And
And now I took over the grants department.
oh, they gave you more stuff to do. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. It's been quite something.
You've been there a long time.
17 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seems like only yesterday when we were doing that. And this guy is a grant writer extraordinaire. He's got more money for the county. At one point, the last time we talked about it, you had gotten $13.1 million of extra stuff, but that was like 2 years
You
ago.
get a cut of that,
No,
right?
no. I guess year to date, 30 plus million.
Who's counting?
See, it's been a
right?
while. Yeah. Oh, we are.
So you've got Bob Hall Pier and all of that. You have Nueces County Park.
Yeah, we start up in Port A, there at I.B. McGee Park, right there next to the jetty. We got Horace Caldwell Pier. Then we've got Newport Pass, which
All right.
belongs to the county. But we did an interlocal with the city of Corpus Christi so we could quit leapfrogging over each other.
Right.
Never understood why they had done that at the start.
We used to see the crews passing each other,
Yeah.
the beach crews passing
was
each
not
other on the
efficient.
street.
And then naturally Padre Bay Park,
Uh-huh.
and then we bought all that land from the GLO, so now we go all the way down to the National Seashore,
Right.
and then Packard Channel Nature Park.
3,680 acres.
Yeah,
is that right?
3,680 acres.
Is it? And that was done. That was bought by the Rochelle Foundation.
Yeah,
and-
Ed
and-
Rochelle Foundation gave us a mill. We did the deal for $625. We took a portion of some of the remaining, and we did an interlocal with Clayburg so that our constables could patrol down there.
Right.
And that has since expired, but I didn't do that deal. That was between the constables and the county
Right.
judges. But I understand that Precinct 4 is trying to do something.
They're
on
still
that.
down there. I see them down there.
Yeah.
What's happening with that land? Is anything
Well,
we haven't heard about?
We've got the Apalmato Falcons established down there, permanent residence, which was a project that was kind of a pet project of mine. and I really wanted to get it going. And so it was last year our first breeding pair that had taken up residence there had their first brood or their first chicks. And so we went down and banded them last year, and their Peregrine Fund Foundation is going to be coming in, I think, the next couple of weeks and going down there and banding another.
Do they roost on the ground?
No,
No.
we have nesting boxes.
Oh, okay.
And
You can see them. There's if you go on Mustang Island, they're over there on the left here as you're going to Port Aransas, and it's just a pole. It's like it's got a basket up there, and the Aplamata falcon is the smallest peregrine, and I forget the distinguishing characteristics. It's got longer sideburns or shorter sideburns.
brown
Is
with
that the
some
one they call the
sideburns, yeah.
Mexican eagle?
No,
that's
that's
the
a
Caracara.
Yeah,
Oh.
Caracara.
This is the one people call an old potato falcon.
Old
but
potato.
It's,
No, these
Apollomato.
That's the one that
and they're I mean they're they're the size of a large Subway sandwich. They're not very huge
No,
birds.
But look at a B-2 stealth bomber. When they dive, they're the fastest animal.
No,
on the
that's a
planet.
peregrine.
Yeah.
Peregrine's
But it's
fastest.
is that family, right?
It's
Yeah.
that same family,
Okay.
but they dive down and they can knock a pigeon out of the air and just flat cold dead.
They're pretty.
Lord
I mean,
knows
they're
we got
really.
some pigeons
They're
that need
very.
knocking down.
They're critically endangered. Because a lot of their habitat's been lost.
Huh.
But they seem to do really well on these barrier islands and down in the valley, and because they got. Once you establish a nesting pair, they don't like other nesting pairs, and so you have to have a large range where they can fly around about a 3-mile radius where they can hunt and not run into other pairs. So I have 2 nesting boxes down there. Only one of them's been occupied for the past couple
The
of
other
years.
guys are running them out, the new ones out of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, I've noticed, man, their work is going on at a pretty quick pace over here at Packery Channel Park.
Yep.
Just off of SPID, people see the barges and stuff out there. That I noticed that they're putting in you call them oyster reef makers?
Yes, sir.
Big concrete pyramids. They're
Yeah.
sinking right along the shoreline.
Yeah, they kind of got a pyramid shape to them, and what they do, Derrick Construction is the one that's doing that, and they won the bid on that. And so they actually get a form, and they're pouring those in the form in their yard over in Rockport, where they're headquartered, and then they're barging them into the area there at Packery Channel, where they place them via crane. They're all their work is water-based right now. And so the park is completely closed because they have 3 major projects going on over there. The Living Shoreline, which will have a pier. There'll be a small wooden pier.
A pier that'll run parallel to the shore.
Yeah, well, it'll go out and it'll basically you'll have two ramps to access the pier that basically I would say go kind of due north, so to speak, and then you'll have the fishing part of the pier that just runs parallel to the shore, but it will run over the top of these oyster reef makers because the last thing you want to do when you're fishing is have to worry about trying to haul a fish up over that. And so this gives you immediate access to the channel because we always knew that shoreline is heavily, heavily fished, especially when the black drum are running.
Right.
A lot of people go down there to catch black drum.
Well, that's one of the things we've seen a shrinking amount of area around Packery Channel over the years where people can just go fish.
Yeah.
So you're putting in something permanent that's going to allow
Exactly.
people to do that.
And it's on the west side, so that it doesn't bother the neighborhood. My neighbor's just to the east of me right there.
Right.
And so that's where we put that in. And it was a very technical design because of the hydrology there in the channel. As the tides are coming and going, and then the fetch when you get the north winds or the northeast winds with the water coming across the bay.
Right.
And then we had a small footprint to work with them because we had to avoid the seagrass that's there, and we want to continue to promote it to expand. And then we're going to do some marsh restoration, like with Spartina, some of that stuff behind the.
You're putting in a walkway, aren't you? Like a wooden.
Yeah, that's the upland portion of that project. We're adding another 3,500 linear feet of boardwalk out there, and it'll make a big loop, and it'll also have a part that connects down to the turnaround down there where the shoreline is. And then we're going to do another 3.5 acres of native habitat, bird habitat. Basically the same kind of habitat we have out there right now.
I saw the Augs took a picture of some holes, which I guess they're going to put plants in there.
Yep. So I think whoever the landscape sub is on that, they're out there prepping the holes so they can get the plants in. The good thing is that we've got a groundwater monitoring well we've had out there since 2009. And so we've been monitoring the groundwater out there, and even right now, it's barely 2.5-3 foot below the surface.
So you can water.
So, well, the thing is that those root balls will access that water. So I'm using very little water to establish the plants.
Yeah,
and
that was something I was actually I was talking via text back and forth with Jace Tunnel about it. And there were 2 options. One is go in with more mature plants, dig deeper holes and have them establish, get roots established faster, and basically have, a turnaround forest for, migratory birds, or bother with seedlings, try and nurse them, hope for the best, and then see what happens.
Correct. And since we did the original project that was under an old Coastal Improvement Assistance Program grant, it was a federal grant, that the GLO had, and we wrote a grant for it and got it competitively. And so when we did that, we did 2 acres of habitat at that time. But the one thing that I did that a lot of people don't do is I paid biologists to monitor the bird use and the plants, how the plants were doing in each one of the little plant communities. And they're dicots, so they're woody stem plants, when I say plants.
Right.
And so we had lower, mid, and upper story. We learned our lesson the first time because the lower story ones, when you add drip irrigation to get them established, that blue stem, that dollar weed, everything, it choked them all out.
Right.
So we
Well,
learned
they choke out the Brazilian pepper trees?
No, we're not that fortunate. So anyhow, what we ended up doing, we spec'd out more mature plants for this reason Oggs was saying, and to give us a better head start.
And that most of that work is paid for through what?
CMP grant.
What's
both of them, Coastal Management Program through the GLO.
GLO.
Those projects were considered what they call projects of special merit. And so, as such, they got 100% funding. I had no match. So between the 2 projects, there's about $7.4 million going in out there.
Wow. Well, that's going to be great when it's done. Now isn't the Texas Sea Life Center's doing some expansion as well on the county property, right?
Yeah. They've outgrown that little building they've been in for a long time. And so I was able to help out Tim and with some GOMESA grant monies, as well as he got some ARPA grant monies from the county. He did that on his own to get
ARPA is the
American Rescue Plan Act.
That's the oil spill.
No,
that's GOMESA. GOMESA stuff is oil related, but
I got you. I got my disasters.
Yeah, GOMESA is Gulf of Mexico Energy Security Act.
That comes from the harvesting of petroleum.
Those are from leases. Those are royalties
paid
from leases out in the OCS, our Outer Continental Shelf. And so that program's been around since 2006. It was all created under the George Bush Energy Bill Act. And so, but the problem is that there was only a small portion of subsurface leases that were shared with the counties. And so that grew in 2017. It opened up a larger portion, and so we saw a bigger increase. There's I can't tell you how they allot it, but there's an allotment of a model of how they figure out what a county gets, and then the state gets a portion.
Right.
And so the state's portion is what we applied for through that CMP program, and we got both those projects funded.
Wow.
And I'm hoping that we should be done with the living shoreline probably in about another 100 days. And then the boardwalk is moving like madness right now.
Well, they originally said 8 months, right?
Well, I originally said 8 months, and I was off by that. They told me, no, 4 months. And I'm like, well, I'd rather,
Go with 6.
Yeah, because, I hate throwing, how many days out there, because something's always going to come up, and you're always going to run over it.
Well, and speaking of that, Bob Hall Pier, where the pier seems to be flourishing, it's doing well. Well, I guess going to a break, we need to do that.
We're going to jump to a quick break. But when we get back, we're talking with Scott Cross, Coastal Parks Director. We're going to talk Bob Hall Pier. We'll finish up, actually get more going on Packeray. There's a lot happening on the island. If you want to hear about it, hold fast.
If you want to sell that story, it's got to have a rhyme. Don't know you a thing right now. Don't know you a thing, no.
All I know is it came out of the legislature, and
I bet it was Kepra.
It kind of caught them by surprise, and all they said was it's for improving GLO-owned property on the water, and that's all I heard.
Okay.
So I don't know if it would be available for stuff at Bob Hall for parking lot or whatever it might be.
I got the parking lot completely funded.
You do?
Yeah, I got it funded. I got the
beach?
engineering. Yeah,
Really?
I got the engineering
The
design.
good thing is,
it's ready to go. I just got to coordinate. I had to wait for Callan to get out of there and get their trellis
That's
out
right.
because it'd tear it up.
Man, I was going back through Old Moon. I do 15 years ago in the Moon, and I went there and found the name of the hurricane. tore all that parking lot up. The racks were flooded, but they were still there. But the parking lot was piled up with a bulldozer.
Yeah.
And that's just, that happened 2 or 3 times that I recall.
That parking lot that we had was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
The one before Hannah took it out. And Hannah, there were sections of it that were still good that I should have been able to keep, but the GLO responded under their disaster recovery debris removal contractor.
Okay.
And that contractor was working for them and not me. And so I couldn't stop them.
Right.
I hated that. I didn't want to do it.
We'll talk about that when we get back, but are you going to be able to put the parking lot back in?
Not the same size. I don't have the footprint to do it because the shoreline migrated so inward because of erosion.
Yeah.
And I am working on a core permit right now to do another beach renourishment project out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you get the sand?
We don't know where we're going to get the sand yet. You just got to get the permit so that once you have the permit, if the Corps has sand they want to give away or we find sand, we have some place to put it.
Isn't having the pier there now, isn't it gathering sand like it used to, getting a little bit bigger?
It's helping a little bit. It is. And as the seaweed, the sargassum comes up, I tell my guys, leave it. It has such great sand trapping capabilities, and it's good for the shoreline birds.
Yeah. They don't leave it everywhere anymore?
A lot of times they'll just scrape it up and pile it up against the back dune, and that's most of the guys don't like.
Which is better than them throwing it away.
Yes.
Yeah, because you can. It's excellent fertilizer.
Yeah, I went over there and did a story with a lady some years ago. Lived over in the bluff. She was composting it, and she'd go back in the dunes where it had been there like a year or something, and she'd wear latex gloves to go in there and get that out, and it was hot to the touch.
You can, if you wash it enough, it'll work.
She would use it to grow veggies in her garden in the
We
bluff.
use it for blowouts in the dunes. It'll grow dune vegetation like nobody's business.
Port Aransas does that system, don't
Yeah.
they? The slot system.
Yeah.
That's how they do it. Because they cut out a whole section completely and then pile
Yeah.
it in there, and it seems to work, man. They got
Are we
good
on
dunes.
We are live
We're
on
live on
YouTube,
YouTube.
and
okay.
we're going to jump back in for segment 2. Is going to be 10 minutes. You guys ready?
Have the camera's YouTube so it stays hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how this operates.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a sec. What's going on here?
Talking about your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Don't know you a thing right now. Don't know you a thing, no.
And welcome aboard again to Island Moon Live. Special guest this week is Scott Cross, Coastal Parks Director, Dale Rankin, Editor-Publisher of the Island Moon, Tyler the Salty Angler Thorson, and my name is Jacob Oggs. We're glad you're joining us. And before the break, we have been talking about Packery Channel Park and the living shoreline there that's really looking dynamic. I didn't realize the scale until I went out, you had the drone up and saw everything. And there's going to be a fishing pier there, which
Yes.
will be free.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, it's still going to be a nature park, though. So that means that gate will close at dusk and open at dawn.
Okay, excellent. Good for
So-
people to know. And
So you
Dale's,
could fish all night if you wanted.
Well, I mean, you're
stuck.
Well, yeah, you're stuck.
yeah, you better hope you catch something. If not,
And
you're going to be hungry.
there are not going to be any lights on it. It's going to, because it has a nature park designation.
Right.
And so, other than what we need to satisfy Coast Guard requirements,
Right.
on
To
it.
keep the pier from getting hit. That
Yeah.
kind of-
We
That's-
were
that's
talking
it.
about Bob Hall. There's every time Oggs goes up by there and shoots aerials for the moon every couple of weeks, and it changes just about all the time. And it looked like now they've started work on the shell for the restaurant.
What they're doing now is they are getting ready to start drilling their cores for all the plumbing, and everything's going to have to come up through the floors.
Right.
And they're going to be doing pouring the topping slab up there, and they're going to start that the Tuesday after Memorial Day.
Will
And
the building that's there be used, or is it going to come down?
no,
You
the
know?
shell of that will be used because that still has good bones. You got the concrete platform, then you got concrete piles or pillars that go up that make kind of like a box, and so they'll still use that form there because it's structurally sound.
Okay.
But
Put
the
a
roof
new
will come
roof.
off, the doors will come off, all that, because everything's going to be under one roof line under that restaurant space.
Right.
And then we'll have the concession space on the right that the county will operate. But I've actually been talking to some of my board members and the commissioner, and have yet to take to the board to get it voted on, but we're considering just making that a package deal and just letting the concessionaire, whoever that might be, run all of
Makes
it.
sense because you're gonna have people working there anyway.
Well,
Now, but the admissions for the pier goes to the county, right? That won't go to the concessionaire.
Well, if we do it this way,
It would
we'll
all go
negotiate.
together?
We'll negotiate. What kind of split we're going to have. That's what we do at Horace Caldwell Pier. We got 60-40 down there, and so we get 60, they get 40 just for manning the gate. It works. It's fine. I mean, the pier's a lot of revenue, but the thing is that private industry doesn't have as many constraints on it as I do as a county government.
Right.
And so, looking at approaching it this way, I avoid all the startup cost.
Right.
You know, warehouses, freezers, refrigerators, bait, tackle, all that stuff.
Right.
And that's not cheap.
Right.
You know?
So when it's done, it'll be the restaurant facility will be 5,000 square feet.
Correct.
One contiguous building.
Yep.
As opposed to split like it
Exactly.
was before.
All under one roof line.
So and so when do you think you'll go out looking for concessionaires? Do you have any idea yet?
No, I mean, I would like to start it probably maybe 6 months before we get towards substantial completion. It'll take, using the county's process, it'll take probably 30, 60 days.
So people that are, because I get people asking about it, restaurant operators, business owners, the process will be, I guess, like last time where the County Parks Board will set up a set of criteria.
Yep.
Maybe use a subcommittee or something like that.
Yep.
And then the applications will go in through the County Parks Board.
They'll will go to Commissioner's Court to get approval for purchasing to advertise it on behalf of the Parks Board.
Okay.
Then they'll send out an RFP. I think they did the one for Horace Caldwell Pier for about 2 weeks. This is a lot more complicated over here than Horace Caldwell Pier,
Right.
so that one will probably be about 30 days. They receive them, and then I take them to the Park Board, and Troy usually gets a committee together, and that committee will score them. And whoever scores the highest that we see is going to be beneficial for the county, then at that point, we'll pick the one that we want, and then we'll bring that individual or group or company, whatever it is, we'll bring them in, and then we'll negotiate contract terms and conditions.
And typically, you mentioned 60-40, but typically for the restaurant, it was 8 to 10, 12%.
Yeah,
before.
well, this is a lot different setup. And because, before, if you think about it, when we had Bob Hall, we had Michael Mays up there, and all the other renditions that came before that.
Right.
We were basically trying to get them to fit an operation into a building that wasn't designed to do
Right.
that. And so
Yeah.
now we're designing all that with that in mind. And
Right.
so I'm not real sure where the board's going to want to land on those.
But it'll be a revenue split of some kind.
Yeah, of some sort.
And yeah, because before the kitchen blocked the view of the water in the old pier years ago.
Years ago, then we fixed that before
Yeah.
Michael Mays went in there,
Right.
and then we just got through doing the same thing at Horace Caldwell Pier. I don't think people realize this, but we just got through renovating that whole entire area in there.
Yeah.
And we have selected we have a concessionaire RFP that I have to take to the board. I'm trying to get up a special board meeting set up next week outside of a regular meeting so they can discuss it and approve it. But I'm not going to say who it is on air right now because I haven't had a chance to look at it.
So for anybody who's listening who has a business and wants to apply, they should watch the RFP process at the county commissioners. That's where it'll start.
Yeah, that, and they can always go to publicpurchase.com and register there. That's and then click on Nueces County, and on publicpurchase.com and click on Nueces County, and they can monitor that and see what's out there as far as coastal parks is concerned.
So you're looking at having the restaurant building done early next year, maybe?
No. I think the last update on the schedule I saw was October, November this year.
Wow. So you're looking at, you might have a concessionaire in there by spring break or summer of next year?
I would hope so. Yeah, I'd hope so. I mean, we want to go through the RFP process a little bit ahead of substantial completion. That way, it gives whoever is selected, it gives them time to mobilize, so to speak.
Yeah, they're going to have to do. There will be retrofitting on both sides, the county and the concessionaire.
So as far as the concessionaire going on, that we kind of painted Bob Paulson into a corner the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
We say, so when are we going to start charging for the pier? And they're like, I'll be.
Well, that's something. I talked. The commissioner called me this morning, and I talked with him about it. And so what we're going to end up doing. If you've ever seen the way we have Horace Caldwell Pier set up, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to get an outbuilding, and we're going to set it up there and make a temporary gate. And he wants, he did this thing where it's going to be free for 90 days. And he wants day 91 that to be up there and in place.
Right.
I'm doing my best. I talked to him this morning. I said, I may get there, I may not. It's going to be close. And so he's helping me with the cost of that outbuilding. Because once we get it there, then you just got to get your point of sale in there and your access gate.
You can start charging to get on the pier.
Well, it's not so much about charging. I mean, the revenue's good for the county.
Yeah.
But it's about having control and oversight.
Sure.
Making sure the 4-rod limit is adhered to. Stopping some of the goofy stuff that's been going on up there.
Well, I was going to say you could start charging when you get a certain number of holes drilled in the pier.
Too soon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I understand.
Oh, no, I swear this hammer drill's to help me reel in a shark. Like,
Well, they do have that fast reel, but
And I went out there. I've been out there several times, and I spent about an hour and a half out there talking with all the fishermen and stuff out there, and 99% of them are on our side. And it's those
But the other 10% are 1% are armed.
Yeah.
They have knives.
But it's just like, I mean, come on, guys.
Do they know who you are?
Yeah.
You're introducing yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're not going to let that happen. We're not going to let that happen. And it's like having a golf course in your membership, policing your golf course.
Yeah.
A lot of people are taking pride in the pier, and they want to police it as well. And so, the deck at the end it's all yucky, from landing big fish and stuff like that. That's going to happen.
It's a fishing pier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things. I had the drone in the air and I shot straight down on it. It looks like a used fishing pier.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be kind of upset if it wasn't. Honestly,
They're not catching anything.
yeah, I was like, but these guys are terrible
Have you
fishermen.
considered like a annual membership for people who just want to walk out there?
Yeah, we got all those in place.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we got an annual walk-on. We got, other walk-ons. We got like a weekend pass. We got different varieties of passes.
You got
that
a
you
lot
can pay
of.
for.
I used to always say the best beach walk in Texas, from the tip of the South Packery Jetty to the tip of Bob Hall Pier. You get your steps in a really nice environment there, up and down the seawall.
Oh, especially here lately, man. The weather and the color
Yeah.
of that water out there right now is
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, the pier generates quite a bit of revenue. It did in the past. Now,
Oh, it did.
If I remember, that was originally the first time through was included in the concession with the restaurant, and then it was later removed, and the county took it.
Yes, we
right?
took it over. I think it was back in 2014 or 2015. At first, I thought this is a great idea, and then I started getting cold feet. And because but we were very successful. I think our original startup cost back then was about $68,000, and it wasn't a full fiscal year, and we generated enough revenue to where we paid for that startup cost, paid for the next year's operation, and netted $235,000.
That's a pretty good business plan.
And so
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick break, but once we're back, we're going to get into some more numbers with Scott Cross. Stick around.
TGIP, it don't make no difference, it's the same to me.
He just made a nickel.
Allentown, and you're salt and lime and
yeah, a lot of people don't realize that. I
I
mean,
didn't know you could get I'll get a pass when it starts. I like walking out there.
Yeah, that walk from all the way down there, I would do it with the dog all the time, and it's
Well, the
a couple of 3
seawall's,
miles.
What, 0.8 of a mile? So the jetty, you throw all that in, you're probably 2 miles right at it.
Yeah,
from tip
count
to
the
tip.
mile markers.
So
is it 2 miles?
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
close, because the seawall is almost a mile.
Yeah.
And then out to the jetty's probably what, a quarter of a mile close,
They're 1,250 feet, whatever it is.
something like that. And then the pier's about the same.
Yeah.
So
It's been tough to get there. I've been taking my little 2-wheel drive Camry over there,
Well-
and it's like, oh my God.
I mean, it's just one of those things. We're going to get that road reestablished. We're going to get that parking landing area out in front of the pier, where we have ADA, and we also meet fire code for ambulance or a
That's
fire
where
truck.
that's going to grant you a little bit more leeway on the.
Well,
you have to have that.
Yeah. Again, I've had so much shoreline erosion over there. Even if
Yeah.
I could build back the 223,000 square foot pier, I don't have enough room. You'd never get
Parking lot, you mean?
Parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you'd have people just park on the beach.
Yeah. That's what's
No
going to
big
have to
deal.
happen. No.
You just got to have ADA for
Yeah.
compliance for. And,
Yep.
And fire.
We're
and,
public.
And you
We're
got to
not
get
private.
your. You got to get the beer trucks in there too, and all of that.
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
go up the ramp.
Yeah. And the ramp was built with that intent that you could have large delivery trucks go up there. I can't remember what they said the tonnage rating was at the end of the pier. In the very end of the pier, it's really high because those are 48-inch diameter piles underneath
Right.
there, compared to the 17-inch we had with the old Bob Hall Pier.
So we can have beer delivered to us at the end of the beer.
Kegs, 350
Well, it's
people
a
if you wanted.
shifting load.
Yeah, we
too.
thought it was-
somebody catches a big fish, everybody runs to one.
Yeah.
It was so loaded when we had the grand opening there. I thought, man, there's a lot of people on this. That would be like Galloping Gertie out in Tacoma Narrows.
I think that the beam, the main beam of the pier running out, I think it's rated at around 5,000 or 6,000 pounds. You know, enough for me to get a half-ton truck out there or a man lift if I need to fix lights.
That was the thing you were telling us about pulling you had a forklift, whatever you used to pull the old, concrete pads off if you needed to. But it would take 2 weeks and a hurricane would be here then.
Yeah, and everybody thought that's what caused all the problems. That wasn't it.
All right. Segment 3, 11 minutes. You guys ready?
Yep.
Jump back into this?
Yep.
We'll talk about that because the construction is wooden, right?
Yeah.
And we're back on Island Moon Live. My name is Jacob Oggs, and this is a beautiful Island Moon Thursday from our Waterline studio underneath Doc's Seafood and Steaks. Tyler Thorson, Dale Rankin, and our special guest today, Scott Cross, Director of Coastal Parks. We're talking about Bob Hall Pier and the upcoming, we were kind of speaking about the access to it, kind of get people up to date on what is and isn't going to happen with the road, with ADA parking. What do we know?
Okay, so on the 28th, I think that's the Tuesday after Memorial Day weekend, whatever date that is, we're going to close the pier off for the remainder of that week so we can pour the topping slab. And that's so they can then begin to build the structure itself of the restaurant on the left-hand side.
Okay.
And then the concession space. That's going to be CMU block top construction. So they're going to be up there with a concrete pumping and all that. So we've got to shut it down in order to make it safe for everybody up there. While that's going on, my crew is going to get out there, and we're actually going to power wash the end of the pier just to kind of make it look nice and tweak anything we need to tweak out there at that time.
Rearrange the deck chairs on the Titanic.
But, and so right now the engineering fully sealed set of plans for the road that's going to run along the dunes. It's always been there, and the parking landing area that's immediately in front of the pier ramp, so that we can have ADA access and we can meet fire code so that
you got to get a fire truck.
Yeah, the city needs a fire truck. It's big enough for that, an ambulance, whatever, and however many other parking spots we can get in there. A lot of people have been asking me about why don't we build the original parking lot back. Well, that's been a kind of a tall order to get approved by the General Land Office.
Quite a point of contention, too.
Yeah.
Well, you had rising sea level as well, right?
Well, not only that, it's erosion from Hannah, and since then,
because when the new pier's built over water, the old pier was built over land, right?
No, it was all.
I mean, not the pier, but the house, the restaurant.
Yeah, the restaurant spot, the concession
normally
space.
was sand under, not
the mean high
water.
tide line was at the furthest east pile. That's where it was.
Okay.
Now it's
Right.
well back underneath of it.
So you won't see a big parking lot
No.
like before.
No.
It'll be enough for ADA and emergency, and then the rest will be beach parking.
Yep. And then you'll have your road, though. Your road will transition from the main entrance all the way south of the pier, like
So
it
you can
used to.
come in on a hard surface and
Yep.
just pull on the beach
Yeah,
and park.
yeah. I'm
Where-
not sure how they designed that leading edge right there, or the water's edge, but I know that in their design, they do have it beefed up, not only for that, but for any kind of storm surge.
And is there talk of getting the picnic tables back out, maybe with some flat roofs that people could lay on once again?
I mean, that's why I went to the angled roof. But
Get a backache laying on those things.
Yeah.
Or a front ache.
Yeah,
depending
there's
on
been
the-
some discussion about that. Everything's got to be sequenced.
Yeah.
I couldn't do the road, even though I've got the funding and I've got the engineering done, until Callan got their trestle out. I had to wait for that. Now I've also got to work around Callan, or LMC, who's building out the restaurant and concession space, and so we're going to have to start the road, and we're going to have to sequence that in a way to where people can still drive down the beach, go around the ramp, and keep heading south, and only shut the beach portion down right there when we get ready to do the landing parking area. It still
Right.
gives them a way around. Because if I wanted to do it all, and I was told it'd take about 4 months to do the road and the parking landing area. But what I was also told is that if we had to do it all at once, I'd have to shut everything off around there. You could drive down the beach, you could get to the pier, but you couldn't go
Right.
any further south.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, you'd hear about that.
yeah, I've got to work around that so that everybody feels like I'm not inhibiting their access.
Where Callan had all their supply kind of storage and everything, so for building whatever materials, that gate, they used to be closed. They had the restaurant had their grease trap and all that right there, and it wasn't an open gate. It's now open for construction. Is that going to be closed again? once the pier is
Talking about
is
right,
finished,
just
Right by the
south
restrooms.
of the entrance.
yeah, right.
That'd
Once
probably
you
be
come-
low.
Oh, that
Come
gate
come
that
down
goes to the
ramp, that
dunes?
one-
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's gonna remain closed for right now because another thing people don't realize is that I'm fixing to start that $7.5 million expansion of the RV park, and so it's going to get crowded. I'm going to have
What's
LMs.
that going to consist of? You're going to add spaces and amenities?
Premium, yeah, but just like we got there, premium RV sites, full hookups, another multi-purpose building with laundry, showers, restrooms.
Wireless hookup and all that stuff.
That RV park was a big moneymaker for the county, correct?
Oh, it still is.
Okay.
Yeah, it still is.
And what's the duration of stay
2 weeks.
allowed? Okay.
Yeah,
I
and-
know at some point in time people were talking about 3 days.
That's part of that
and
lawsuit
things
deal.
were changed, and it was but it is up to 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're at 2 weeks.
Okay,
It
outstanding.
probably stays full. I drive by there a lot. It
Yeah.
seems like there's always somebody there.
Yeah,
Winter Texans love it.
Our occupancy rate kind of goes down in the winter because of that. Because like over at IB McGee, it's you can stay month to month over there, and
Oh.
so they come down October, November, and they want to winter stay the winter here. They don't want to have to leave for 24 hours and come back.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So
what is the status of? Well, before we get, I was going to ask about Briscoe King, but one of the things I want to touch on is the new pier. The structure has wooden panels.
Yes.
So the water comes in, knocks those things out. You
Yes.
can put them back in.
Yes, I looked at a bunch of piers, and there was a two phase report that I looked at that was out of Florida, and it looked at piers that were built on the Atlantic and the Gulf Coast, and I looked at how they were redone after hurricanes. And one of the things those concrete pavers, or whatever you want to call them, those piles, or what they were
Well, it
on
used to be in there.
Yeah, they used to be in there. Those were designed to be able to be blown out when you got storm surge, so the pier does not rack and heave. It has
Right,
no resistance.
right.
They weren't designed with the idea of us being able to go out there and take them off before a hurricane comes, because it would take us 2 weeks at least.
Right.
And where are you going to put those things?
Right.
And
That was what the misconception was. All these people were like, well, if they had to pull those out with a gas cross
Yeah.
waited too long, you can't do. They're too heavy and they take too much time.
They weigh 800 pounds apiece.
You take them out in June and put them back at the end of the hurricane
Yeah.
season. See how that
But
flies,
so
right?
that design was something I looked at from other piers that were effective over in Florida, on both the east and west coast, and so but those will blow out, and the other problem we had with the concrete ones, if they blew out,
They sink.
Not only that, but they're hitting the concrete piles on their way down, and they're creating spalling issues.
Right.
That if you don't get on top of, by the time you get through messing with FEMA or anything,
Right.
you've got an initial damage you got to deal with. These will just blow out and float. They may float away.
But the good thing about the concrete ones is that they were like ice tongs to pull them out.
Yeah.
And so that was a built-in rod holder, so you didn't have the drilling in the side of the
Oh,
rib.
don't get me started
I
on
know,
the
but
rod
that-
holder
but
thing. My gosh.
But that's where that came from.
Yeah.
The whole idea.
So, I mean, yeah. Anyhow, enough of that.
And one of the numbers we pulled this up. If you want to follow along, you can go to islandmoon.com where issue 1152 is posted. 2026 Atlantic hurricane predictions. For those who aren't aware, they do branch us in with the Atlantic on the hurricane predictions. 9 hurricanes, 4 of them
Named.
being major, and 20 named storms. They're predicting the average cyclone energy a little higher from our average. Over what it is. So we may see some storms. They're predicting 4 major, which I think, given this getting into the El Nino, I think we're on a down pattern. We had 0 last year.
Oh, yeah.
We
A
escaped
bad
with,
season is when one hits us.
Yeah,
A good season
yeah.
is when none hits us.
Well, just
Other
think
than
about
that, it
Harvey.
doesn't really matter, right?
It'd been 47 years since the coastal bend had seen a hurricane until Harvey,
Yeah.
and so a lot of people don't
Celia,
realize.
unless you count Allen.
Well, these storms that come in to the Gulf when they cross around the Yucatan Peninsula,
Yeah.
you're always going to see impact on our beaches. It's
yeah.
always going to push water
Sure.
up.
We
all the
played
time.
chicken with them. They come right at us.
Well, we have
They
a-
used to turn south. Now they turn
It's going to
north. I
happen
don't
this
know what
weekend.
happened.
That we have a situation where we're going to have the southeast wind increasing all weekend long, and it gets to the point where it could be calls for a coastal flood advisory. That stuff happens a lot.
Beach to Bay is Saturday.
Yes, but
Why
I think
don't we hit
okay.
the city up? That should be Bay to Beach. They should be ending that run at Bob Hall Pier. They should run to
You
the end
know
of
what?
Bob Hall Pier and back, and there's where the finish line should be.
I just accommodate them. I do not get involved in any of the decisions.
There's another thing I noticed over there, Scott. By the bathrooms, the place where you go over there, I've been parking over there too because it's
Yeah.
like it's been dicey if you have 2-wheel drive. But they closed down the showers now because of the water crisis.
Yes.
So you can't hose your kid off and sandy. So you
Yes.
have to bring him home sandy, or bring your own water. A lot of people will bring their own
Yeah.
water.
Well, I mean, it was something that I actually took that initiative on my own over a month ago to do before we even started talking curtailment, because I thought, well, if you're in stage 3 and you can't water your yard, you can't wash your vehicle, it doesn't make much sense that you could stand underneath the shower out there and get free water forever.
Right.
So I cut them off at both in Port A and down here. And we're going to be taking other measures if we get to curtailment. I'm already coming up with a plan. You know, I got to meet with the judge tomorrow on what my
Well, I
plan's
went
going
to
to be.
the Peter Zanoni came out and they did the first of the, I think it's 8 citywide informational sessions out here on the island Monday, and I came away much more optimistic than I went in. I think the lakes are up a little bit. But
Yeah.
One of the big things that they've done now is recycling 16 million gallons a day through the treatment plants.
You know, I have not been keeping up with it that much.
That's a pretty big
I just
deal.
know that, you know,
And I think
what can we
Valero's
do?
paying for the line. So
You know, I mean-
now Bob Hall. Briscoe King. Where
Yes.
are we on that project?
Okay, Briscoe King, we just had our pre-bid meeting this past Tuesday, and I'm happy to say I had 23 contractors show up.
Really?
One of the largest turnouts I've ever had with a
Times
pre-bid.
are hard in the real world.
Interested.
Well, I'm hoping they're hungry and the bids come in decent, you know. But yeah, so that thing will close. I think it's first week of June sometime bids, and then we'll go through the process of selecting a contractor.
And that's the bids to build out the new Briscoe King Pavilion.
The new one, and make renovations to the existing.
All right. Well, I've got a few more questions about Briscoe King, and we're going to jump back on that topic with County Parks Director Scott Cross when we get back. Taking a quick break. Everybody hold fast.
We cover a lot of ground on radio.
Thank God it's Padre.
Right.
And I hear all kinds of BS out there from
Yeah.
the people. And I'm like, no, that's not right. That's not true.
It's a communication thing. They think it's the damn city. But the city could never get above all done. It's like,
Well, now that we're at the noon hour, you
All
can
right. Hot
come in.
mics.
When noon hour, you can come in.
Yeah.
So we're here. So we can
Yeah.
come in and keep us up to speed.
This
'Cause I
time
get the
slot-
same thing. People ask us, and so I just call you guys. It'd be easier if you guys just came in and told us. We have Troy on sometimes.
Yeah.
And we used to have Charlie when he was there. So we keep up with it, but it changes quickly.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Your deadlines
you're
are
not
rolling
going
through all the
you're
time.
not going to recognize, for people out here on the island, you're not going to recognize Padre Bayou Park and that whole complex by the time you get to the end of 2027. It's going to be completely different.
You have a bigger RV park.
Yep.
You have a pier with a restaurant.
Yep.
And Briscoe
Access
King is
improvements on the beach.
Briscoe King is the big one.
Yeah.
Meeting space and
Yep.
all of that stuff.
And it's going to fill a nice niche because it's not gigantic like an Ortiz Center or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think it's total occupancy.
Do you have room out there for a little a shells type stage, outdoor stage?
Around Briscoe?
Yeah, where you could do concerts out in the, because they set up a temporary.
I would, if I had to do that, I'd have to do it on the west side of Ellis Road because anything, because we own all that land all the way to Park Road 22, because of the 350 setback with the Dune Protection Act, I'd have to come back at least 350 feet, and it depends on what the construction was too. I couldn't use anything that's concrete. I'd have to, have pervious surfaces and things like
you
that.
could put up, all you really need is just like look at what they did at the park downtown in Port A, that little pocket park they did. You need a wooden riser with a oyster shell back on it. That's all you need.
Ah, man, I've always wanted to put in a pickleball court out there for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
All
much
right,
wind.
9 minutes on segment 4. Y'all ready?
Okay, ready.
All right. Ahoy, and welcome back to Island Moon Live. County Parks Director Scott Cross joining us, Dale Rankin, editor-publisher of the Island Moon, Tyler Thorson, man about town and corpusfishing.com purveyor and hero and expert, and my name is Jacob Oggs. We've been talking about different kind of progress on everything from Bob Hall Pier and Briscoe King. Everyone for years has been speculating on ideas. Everybody's been talking about why isn't this fixed, why isn't this done, and now that everything is moving, Scott Cross is the man who can't get things done fast enough.
Yeah.
Well, what we've established, correct me if I'm wrong, just to recap, the pier's going to be shut down for a few weeks.
No,
here in
just the Tuesday after Memorial Day.
One day and-
through. No, it's going to be down to at least that Friday.
Okay.
They
And-
wanted to do it the week before, and I said, no, we're not doing it the week before Memorial Day.
So so the pier will go back to paying sometime in the next month. Let's say.
In June. In
And then-
June, I can't tell you the exact date. I've got the commissioner red hot on me to get that, like on day 91.
And then we'll see, and then the bids will go out for the restaurant. The RFP will go out through county commissioners for the restaurant.
Well, the permission to put it out for an RFP through purchasing.
and then the
Because-
RFPs would go out, what, July, June?
It just depends on the progress, really. You know, I've got to sequence that to where once we're making a selection for a restaurateur or a concessionaire, whatever you want
Right.
to call them, that we're far enough along. The idea is that as soon as you've got substantial completion and you do your walkthrough and you're ready to go, they're ready to move in. We don't want any lag time.
Right.
But you got to give them enough time to start planning, getting equipment, things like that.
Right.
So it's a thread, a needle. It's hard to thread there. You know.
So the restaurant facility, we think will be done around October,
November.
And it's, so if somebody's wanting to bid, they should be probably looking at July, August timeframe
Yeah.
to be ready for an RFP. Then by spring break 27, pretty much everything is hopefully going to be open.
Yep.
Briscoe King construction will begin.
Briscoe King construction. Once we give notice to proceed, which is probably on our procurement process, it's about a 3-month process, and so we just did our pre-bid. So what is this? This is May, June, July, August. They should start in about August, and then that is a 12 to 14-month project. And so,
By the
worthy.
end of 27, Briscoe King
Yeah.
will be done.
And for people who are curious, the old Briscoe King during that time of construction, will that be open for any events?
No, actually, that whole area is going to be closed down, along with Briscoe King Dune Walkover.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to have to be
Interesting,
closed
yeah.
too.
If you close the doors at the old Briscoe King, you could rent it out as a sauna in August. It could be a weight loss,
It's too
county
hot.
weight loss
But
program.
so here's the deal. I'm going to have a GC doing Briscoe King Pavilion. They're going to have half that parking lot. It's going to be their lay-down yard. LMC that's doing the restaurant concession space, they need a lay-down yard. They're going to have to use the other half of Briscoe King Pavilion. And then Mako, who got the bid on the park expansion, they're going to need a lay-down yard. And so I'm still trying to figure
That's
out
a
where
lot of laying down.
Yeah.
It seems like that'd be a good place to put a food truck.
Right. So what about the parking lot at Briscoe King?
part of it's going to get addressed with the rebuild of the new construction for Briscoe for ADA&A, but the western edge is not getting addressed just yet. We're looking at that, how we're going to be able to fix that.
Step one, then step two.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
Excellent.
flyover.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
something you said
Oh,
during
gosh.
something you said during the break stuck with me, Scott. And there have been several times in the past few years when you've said kind of key pieces of the words of wisdom, things that have kind of actually hit me. And when you said earlier that people are not going to recognize this county park, Briscoe King, Bob Hall Pier, the RV lots, everything, said they're not going to recognize it come 2027.
Yep. Yeah. Nope. Not at all. It's going to be completely changed. I mean, just
Briscoe King will be done.
Briscoe King will be done.
Pier,
the pier will be up.
restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah. The access along the road there and the parking, ADA parking there. The only thing left that I want to do at both in Port A and down here is I want to get rid of those ugly CMU block beachside restrooms, those prison restrooms. And
They look menacing.
I am looking for. I mean, when they built those were done in 2006. Why they didn't elevate to FEMA floodplain elevations, I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't know how they got away with it.
They get hammered every time we have a
Yeah.
storm.
Yeah.
And so I want to get them raised up and make them more like comfort stations.
Well, the good thing about them being there is when a little storm surge comes in, you don't have to wash the floor.
Oh, yeah, it is, yeah. It's self-washing.
It'll drain right out. Leave a little sand, maybe.
Just so for people who haven't been listening to the show or other programs in the past, one of the other things that you said actually was after Hannah and Jay Gardner and Tyler and I were in your office because we were asking about things, legitimate questions from what's going to happen now we knew
We were
the end of the
that
pier was
Monday,
done.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was really soon.
I don't know. That was a blur for a while there.
Well, and you said, guys, if it were up to me, I'd have this pier back open within 6 weeks to 6 months.
Yeah.
But because there's government funding, and all these steps that have to be taken, you just threw your hands up and you said, look, I can only go as fast as the government will let me. And this process was just getting started at the time. And here we are, how many years later?
Well, that was in Hannah was in 2020, wasn't it?
I
Or
think so.
2021?
I think it was
Yeah,
2020.
yeah. That's wild, man.
Yeah.
You know, when
well,
that-
permitting too is huge. I've got to go through federal permitting.
Oh, yeah.
And when I go through federal permitting, it's just not the Army Corps. It's NIPS, National Marine Fishery Services.
Well, I'm
fish-
doing my part. Jay actually recently just got deputized to be an official manatee. Whatever.
Literally.
If you need to do like a manatee study, manatee
like-
or
like a
spotted
turtle
eagle
handler,
ray.
except for
Yes,
manatees.
exactly. I think Tyler and I are going to go through the course, and we'll get T-shirts, and we'll make this official. So we
Now,
can be.
what does
yeah.
that allow you to do to help do surveys?
To
or
give an
something?
official survey for something like, let's say, rebuilding Bob Hall Pier, you have to do studies for sea turtle nesting. You have to do.
Well, that's where the permit's stuck right now to open
Spotted
our
eagle
canals.
ray.
Spotted eagle rays and
Manatees and
manatee
turtles.
studies have to. We have to do a spotted eagle ray and a manatee study for the mud bridge.
Yes.
Think about that, people. For the mud bridge, it's someone has to take their time to walk out there, look around, and say, "Yep, no manatees here," and we really have to pay for. That's how ridiculous
And
a lot of this
plovers.
is. Yes, piping plovers.
Yep. Well, it's where they designate critical habitat. That's what kills you. If they designate, I don't know if they went through with this, but there was a talk about a year ago. They were talking about designating the entire Gulf of Mexico and all our bays to as green sea turtle critical green sea turtle habitat.
Yeah. Well, and with the nesting at Kemp's Ridley is another perfect example. And you don't think that this is anywhere near the end of the fight for people trying to stop driving on Texas beaches.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
waiting in the
we
weeds
took
for
over
that.
all the turtle patrols and nest egg recovery because they can't. Donna can't leave the National Seashore now. So we run the whole thing. That's 10
the way
miles.
down to
Who changed those rules?
Well, I don't know who
Park
made
Service.
that. Yeah, who at the Park Service had has the authority to say no, you can't leave the National Seashore. But whoever
So
has
you're
it
running
did
all
it.
the way to the stick from the Clayburgh County line all the way to the sticks.
Yep. No, we run all the way up to the South Jetty.
Yeah,
and all the way
oh,
down to the
okay.
sticks.
You had a couple of nested right
Yeah.
along the seawall.
And so far this year, we've had 25, whereas last year we had 15. This year is going to be even bigger along the Texas coast than last year. And it's not slowing down.
What happened to the proposal a few years ago to the path down to the seashore?
That was back in 2015. That was coinciding around the 100th year anniversary of National Park Service.
There was some grant money. Spear.
Spears.
Yeah.
Brian Spears. Was it Brian Spears? Or no?
I can't remember.
Okay, anyhow, it was Spears, the
Spears,
old,
superintendent.
the old director down
Mark.
there. Anyhow, what he wanted to do, he wanted us to look at building this trail about 10, 11
That'd
miles.
be a good thing.
And but they just wanted to plant the idea. They didn't have any funding.
Oh.
And so I'm like, well, I don't
happens
need
to
that.
me
I
a
don't
lot.
need the idea. I need the funding.
Show me the money.
And so we never found the funding. And so it was just conceptual.
Yeah.
But we were going to do it on the east side of Park Road 22 because that's where your utilities run.
Right.
And that's where water runs. And I thought, wouldn't it be nice if we had a way station every once in a while where somebody get some water? And
I'll tell you what, Scott, we're going to have you back on the show and
get
stay
you.
in tune with this. Special thanks to all our guests, the Flower Bluff Challenge team, Mason Evans, Dallas Liscano, Luke Schlesinger, Stephen Jin, Gloria Harris.
Thanks for being here, Scott. It was good.
You bet.
Beth Huckabee.
Beth Huckabee, yes. Scott Cross. For Tyler Thorson and Dale Rankin, my name is Jacob Oggs. Everybody have a great Island Moon Thursday. Island Moon out.
Sounds like we need to have you back.
Get a free pork slider.
What was that, Ted?
Over at the Coastal Bend
Yeah.
Home Builder
That's gonna
Association,
be
they're having
very
a hoopla party for the Parade of Homes out in London, the London School,
Yeah.
from 5 until 8. And we're going to be out there serving with Shane Schrader and my buddy Kelly Gibson from Worcester.
know.
We'll be giving away
You know?
pork sliders.
I think
See you then.
Do you have
For everybody watching
a
on
head count?
for everybody watching on YouTube,
People, I mean, on,
YouTube
like,
Live,
last
thank
year
you very
it was opened
much.
in 2020. You know how
Yeah,
many-
yeah.
We'll
I
have
know
a
how
good
many
one.
people come through there because they
We will
pay,
see you soon.
for entry.
Yeah.
So I've got those numbers. All I do is
God it's 5-3. Thank God it's 5-3.
This year is population, and you're also a direct route right down 37. You're pulling in everybody from San Antonio and those other places. It's a straight shot.
Yeah, they know where it is. Port Aransas, it's people who go to Port Aransas and see the pier. Here is people who they need going to the pier.
Yeah.
Because they want to go out there and have a sundown cocktail.